Hello and welcome to Casual Cactus and the Glassbreakers Guild. We are here. We're gonna play some D&D.
What a strange cadence to open up the
it really is.
Hello, everyone.
Anyway, we're here to play some D&D. We're here to stream for you guys, and hope you have a good time along the way. Have a full table tonight. All of our players are back, so we will get to them in just a second. But in the meantime, just a few quick announcements before we get started. All of our video content shows up on YouTube. It's not a custom URL yet, but you can go out and search for Casual Cactus, and you'll be able to find all of our back catalog of videos. It is Cactus with a K, so just be sure you remember that when you're doing your search. But you'll be able to see everything that we've done since we started streaming. Oh, how many years ago has it been? It's been a while. 4. It's been a while. It's a lot of hours of content, full episodes of us playing, some one-shots, some things that are only tangentially related to D&D and tabletop gaming. Few other things that are not related to that at all. So go check those out. Having trouble speaking today, apparently.
English is hard.
If you haven't already, once you get over there, do hit like and subscribe. Make sure that you toggle the little bell icon so that you will always be notified when we put new content up. We do also run a Discord server, and we use that mainly for announcements about any changes to the schedule we might have. There are quite a few rooms, channels within that server. A lot of stuff going on. I know one of our players who has moved out of the country is also still active there and does announcements when she is streaming. So be sure that you are tagged into that and keep tabs on if we have any announcements on changes to the schedule. You will always see it on the Discord server first. I think that is all I'm going to do as far as announcements today. Does anyone else have anything they want to add before we get started?
I got something.
Okay.
Keep it on you.
Does it
keep it on me?
Involve a bag on Keith's head again?
Hello, Keith.
Close, but not quite.
Nice to see you again. I have a little something here for you.
I'm
As you
terrified.
are technically the winner of the Battle Royale and have not got back to me, I decided to get this for you.
Okay.
So I have got here for you a Wyvern Warfare dice tray. Ding! Ding! Since I was one of the winners of the giveaway, I had an extra one. So I figured a perfect prize for you would be your very own Wyvern Warfare dice tray. So there is that, because I will say it was very funny watching the session back, because I was specifically showing my brother the part where two individuals were arm wrestling. And one of them and he happened to make the comment on, why is Keith's dice tray rubber banded? So, as the winner of Brain Miss's Battle Royale, there is a Wyvern Warfare dice tray.
Thank you very much.
Of course.
And take an extra inspiration for the game.
Thank you.
What?
For the rest of the game?
Bribing
or
the
rest-
No, just tonight. Just tonight.
Hey, it's a valid strategy.
Hey, bribe the DM. You know.
Got a whole bucket.
That should be worth at least 2.
We also have sugar snap peas.
Feel free
If that's
to
what we're doing.
Now use that.
I will
As your
definitely
new dice tray.
have an alternative there. Thank you very much. No, actually, mine just needs a little bit of wood glue, and it will be fine and dandy. I just keep forgetting to do that. So
You've been busy.
yeah, I've been a little bit busy. Yeah. Does anybody else have anything else they want to say before we get started?
Happy Valentine's Day. Yes.
Yes. Happy Valentine's Day.
Who was
Hope-
that?
Hope your entire year is filled with love, but especially today. All right.
That sounded bitter.
Happy Valentine's Day.
We
I'm just
would like. I'm going to intervene here and save a marriage. Who would like to do the
That one.
the recap?
I
Go
have notes.
for it.
Oh,
Go
sweet.
for it.
I have no. Okay.
You take that back.
Okay. As of the 7th. Yes. These spiders attack. Killian and Simi are outside with 2 spiders. Mal tries to shove Dells into a corner. Dells multiplies.
Not that I'm aware of. I hope not,
Simi,
Why do you hope not?
because I'm not seeing any of the money from it.
Oh, that's fair.
Oh. Sorry.
Sorry.
I just had to check.
Sorry. Please continue. I got a little distracted.
Yeah, something's going on around the table.
Dells multiplies. Simi paralyzes 1. Mal kills 1. Killian boofs into the ethereal plane and is met with 7 spiders. Killian runs away. Still, finally boofs back into the real world, 300 feet away. Simi Naruto runs to help him, but Killian is invisible and running. Simi camos into the underbrush. Spiders go. They come back to camp. Killian admits to using spider tech. Potentially, Killian has spider eggs. Never mind. Some of us head to meet with Miles. Simi and Dells head elsewhere. The others meet with 6 hooded figures at a bar. They talk about Nora the imposter. May need to change plans. Tells the council to prep for more Empire involvement in the city. Dells buys pickled food. Mal and Tommy and Tobago wrestle naked, probably, according to Dells' artwork, as you can see below.
Beautiful.
By throwing corn at a shopkeeper, we stole back the gem. Cabbage being invisible. We did it in 6 minutes. Now we go to visit Commander Belthor. Lance/Killian goes into the garrison with Milo, Tobago, Tommy, Nat, and Simi sneak in. I just mixed everyone's names up in there. Del sits with the box outside. Killian demands to be let in. The scouts guide them in. They strike up a convo with Milo. They go into the commander's tent. They trade threats. Lance issues ultimatums. Cabbage tries persuasion. Milo becomes a wyvern and convinces the general. They have 2 days to leave. Simi goes to check on Horatio with Mal. And Dells keeps the pickles company.
That is what Dells does best.
That is what Dells
The pickles
does
company.
best.
Keeps the pickles company.
I love it. Well done. Well done.
Keeps the company of pickles.
Yeah.
Also does that.
They both apply here.
I really want to do a mini episode where Dells and Cabbage come together and tell their versions of the story.
And then this happened. Killian's pregnant. Just kidding. Maybe. No. Yes? No. Definitely not.
Definitely, maybe.
Unconfirmed at this point.
I have a lot more notes about your
Pickles?
excursion to go get pickles.
I mean, feel free.
Dells and Simi go look for preserved fish. They settle for pork. Try to get pickled veggies too. Bad at lying. Apparently Dells is a squirrel. Lots of food. Some dude in the back. And magic gem? Dells offers to draw a nude of the shopkeeper. Simi drags her away, apologizing. Arm wrestling. No, actual arm wrestling. That was the end of that.
Oh, that was
Very, very
so that
nice.
was,
The
that was
holes
all?
are completely filled now.
Yeah.
With
All right. Oh, hey, Poser.
Poser, long time
Sup,
no see.
Poser?
Welcome,
So-
and
We miss you.
thank you for being around for almost 3 full years. Very cool. Thank you. Okay, so when last we left our intrepid band of heroes, that is definitely a word. You guys were leaving the remains of the Imperial garrison and were headed back where? Back to your own camp?
back
I
to the
think?
wagon, I assume.
Except for those of us who aren't.
Oh no, I follow you.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
right.
because
We
I'm
hadn't-
checking on Horatio.
Okay. you do find him easily enough in one of the medic tents. He's been pretty badly burned, but he's being tended to. Seems like he's doing all right.
I'm just going to highly encourage him to, like, he's a good kid, and I want him to know that he's a good kid, and his friends are good kids, and that they should all go on about different parts of their lives now, and because there's a lot of stuff coming in the Empire that's a problem. So, yeah, I'm gonna just try to encourage that.
Desertion.
Yep.
Well, I'm not really in a position to go anywhere at the moment. I'm still trying to heal up.
I mean, when the army marches in 2 days, you could probably just stay in town.
We'll see if I'm well enough to do that. I may not have much choice.
Do it.
You guys did manage to land it right on top of him.
I'm just gonna like pat his shoulder and heal him some. Do you want me to roll it or?
Yeah, go ahead and roll.
But is
go
it
ahead and
roll it? Because it's
Smack his
the
face.
paladin like lay on hands thing, right?
No,
No.
it's
No,
basically
it's,
she just
Hand of
hits and
Mercy.
does healing equal to the
Yeah,
hit.
kind
You're
of.
like, "Ah, he'll
Yep.
be fine.
I employ like the Southern Evangelical healing.
Bam.
With the healing
Very
point.
charismatic.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of grossed out that I just described it that way. Okay. Martial arts type.
Oh, God bless you.
I'll heal you.
4, so it's gonna do 9
Okay.
points of healing
Okay.
damage.
You overhealed him.
No, so it is kind of subtle, but you can see like under the burns, you can actually see new skin coming in and forming underneath him.
So Mal is gonna
Thanks,
Oh,
sort
hey,
of, like,
Sisto!
hold his hand out in front of him, and for his bonus action, he's gonna summon his sword again. And he's just gonna run his sword down along his hand,
Oh.
and we're gonna heal him too. I mean, I think it was likely Mal's fault that he ended up hurt in the first place. So he will heal. What is that? 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
16? Okay.
Ow. That doesn't feel good.
So with that, you actually do start to see the burns peeling away and revealing new skin underneath. It's a little bit like new skin, so it's a little more pink than anything else than his regular skin. Yeah.
Don't be a baby.
And he's looking down and he's like, what the heck?
Magic.
Yeah, the stuff that you guys are super against. Yeah, it's really helpful. And a whole lot of people do it.
Are there like bandages I could quick wrap around?
So
Cat's out of the bag now.
make me
Just
an
here,
insight
just
check real quick, both of you guys.
Insight check?
Yep.
Oh, that one's a good one for me.
Not for me.
Oh, I mean, I didn't roll real high. Insights. Plus 8. 14.
10.
I mean,
can't add.
he's not trying to hide it at all. He's freaked out by the fact that you used magic on him.
I mean,
It is like very taboo.
You guys just walked in and he's like, oh, why do I feel so weird? And you're like, oh, it's fine, heroin.
Yeah.
That's what we do. Yeah.
It's what we do.
I'm gonna look around for a bandage he can wrap around his hands now that he's cut himself open.
You're in the medic's tent. They're easy to find. You guys gonna do anything else?
I'll try and calm him down a little bit and be like, this is all over the place. This is something that a lot of people can do. And, yeah.
And it's
They-
not destroying the world.
No.
This is not what's destroying the world.
No, the Empire is actively working on destroying the world. And I'm saying all of this very hushed.
I'm not.
So you do talk to him for a good long while, but he still doesn't seem like he's buying it, and he's very uncomfortable now that you guys are there, knowing what he knows.
Well, it's okay. I'm not into him either. I didn't know that was a thing.
She has a boyfriend.
Do
He may be dead.
that too.
That's to say, that may be
So
past tense.
once you guys are kind of done with that conversation, you can head out and catch back up with the rest of the party.
I've been carrying pickles back to the Shagan.
Okay,
Like one at a time?
No.
like one jar at a time. So what are you guys up to?
At some point, I would like to go and check on the monks.
I mean, do you want to like head into town and do that now?
Sure, I just like
Just the two of you?
above table.
Are they?
That is what I would do
The
at some
monks?
point if somebody else wants to
Yeah,
do something
they're-
else.
Under house arrest in the cloister.
Oh, I.
Yeah, not the ones from the ship.
Okay.
The ones that have been.
I mean, I'll follow you in if you want to go.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, I'll go that direction. But if you've got other people.
Oh,
doing
I will.
things-
I will let everybody know. Hey, Simi wants to head into town and check on the monks. We'll be back for the Shagan afterwards.
I'll go with you.
Cool.
All right.
We were all in a group except Simi and Mal split to go see Horatio.
Right.
Sima.
Yes.
Yeah.
Simi Alishi.
Like it fast.
Yep, yep.
And wash your mouth out.
Yep.
It doesn't mean anything to me. I'm dwarven.
Yep.
I'm
Yeah.
trying to remember. Mal, Cabbage, Killian, Tommy, Dells, Simi, Bilbo.
Okay, so with him you have your choice.
There are so many names on this one.
Can I just pick one?
Sure.
Pretty much.
Yeah, so you could try Gale or Milo or
You should probably-
Adrian.
Well,
Avoid my.
well, but we call you Milo.
Yeah.
Yeah, not in
Mixed
mixed company though.
That's true. In mixed company, don't call him Milo.
Call him Gale.
Gale it is.
That's probably the safest.
And mine
Yeah.
is Risla. And mixed
Yeah.
company.
So everyone at the table has code
Yeah,
names.
One
You
name
have
at
to
a
do like code name.
Is there
Hey,
somewhere
code
we
name.
can write down everybody's code names for
I
him?
have the list.
Elena.
Let me
Elena.
grab it.
Eleanor.
Elena.
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 Elena and the basket.
You guys call me Toboggan. You call me Karma.
I
He's
still
got
like
us there.
Toblerone a lot.
I wrote him down as Tevia one time in my
Tevia?
notes.
Toblerone.
Do a little
Tevye
shimmy.
from Fiddler
Yep.
on the Roof.
Yep, you gotta do a little shimmy.
Good job.
Do like musicals.
Oh yeah, yes.
Anyway, sorry.
I like that this is a revelation to me.
Did we already have this discussion last time?
It has expanded.
Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna head in that direction, and
Okay.
apparently have at least 2 folk with me.
All right. Anything? We'll probably come back to you guys. Is there anything specific that the party that's headed to the Shagan is wanting to do?
I got 2 things. One, I want to get Killian to identify the gem and hope that we didn't get bamboozled the second time. And then 2, I know we have we bought like a $100 mirror.
Yep.
I want to see if I can fiddle with it to see if I can like open the dragon's mouth and sort of like place it there so I can makeshift a quick like scry thing.
I mean, you could melt it down to the silver and chromium and then.
I
plate
don't
it.
know how to do that. His priority is weapons first. The
this
thing
wouldn't
gets
take long.
second.
Can you do it?
Metallurgy is not Mal's forte.
Okay.
So, yeah, we'll see if
He makes
Okay.
Killian can do that, but that's
So
what
we will-
I got on the. That's what I got on the docket.
I guess we will.
No, no.
If there's nothing like pressing with you guys, then we'll continue along with Simi and Mal, and Tommy, I guess. So you guys are headed into town to the cloister. There is a much heavier presence of the city guard to be seen. As you all pass through the main square of the town, you do see you see a crowd of people who have gathered around someone who basically just took a barrel and turned it over and is standing up on top of it and is like shouting to the crowd. It sounds like he's railing against the Empire about how the battle last night proves that the Imperial forces are not infallible, that they can be beaten, that they're not all powerful, and that maybe it's time for
They
the
can
people of
be
Lamont
beaten.
Wells to stand up and toss them out.
You should toss him a coin and be like you're doing God's work.
The gods, not. Actually, I'm gonna do that. No, I'm.
You're
with
not
you.
there.
Gosh dang it.
I'll do that. Toss him a coin. Like,
Okay. So there is a little. It's not a lot, but there is a little small pile of coins that out in front of you.
good.
So
Means I'm not the only one who agrees. Good job, weird barrel guy.
So you head up the main street and you get to the cloister, and where there were Imperial guards before, there are not now, and it does seem like people are coming and going into the cloister as they normally had.
Nice place.
They tend to be pretty decent. I'm gonna make a beeline for where I feel like Master Hob would be more likely to be.
Okay. You do find him back in his normal spot out in the gardens. He's got a hoe and he's working the gardens.
Totally unbothered. I take it that you and yours are okay after everything that happened?
Yes, they weren't looking for us. They were looking for others.
So they held you, but they were looking for Rosk's people.
Yes.
Okay.
It seems as though the forces in the capital realize that Rosk is doing what he's doing.
Well, yes, I mean, we realized that he was the bigger problem there. I just wasn't sure how that would end up impacting you guys in the eyes of the Empire.
Once they determined I was no friend to Rosk, they reached what for them must have been the logical conclusion that I was loyal to the Empire. They didn't probe deeper than that.
Good. Very good. Okay.
It's a blind spot. We can use to our advantage.
I will not argue with utilizing that blind spot. Good. Are there connections that we can make through other cloisters that would be useful?
Normally I would say yes, but I think given the circumstances of the last couple of days, we should be cautious. in reaching out to anyone that we can't speak to directly.
Would you personally know anyone who might have devices for sending messages telepathically, anything like that? We've discussed that kind of stuff before.
All right. No, I.
Oh, that's a Mal face. Okay.
Yeah. Mal's like, well, you're just right in the open with this, aren't you?
Well, not exactly. It's
No one but
close to
no one but your friend.
Friend? What friend?
Oh, Killian. He's
Yeah.
not there.
Yeah.
He's not there to point
I look at the air.
The magic man.
Huh?
Meanwhile, the Shagan Killian's like, I feel
My
like
nose
I'm being
itches.
called.
There's a disturbance in the force.
Millions.
Okay. I was hopeful, but that's okay. All right. Well, if there's no service that we can be to you,
We are in no immediate danger.
good. Take care of you and yours.
I have a question. I heard something about like old elven ruins underneath the cloister.
If they're there, I'm unaware of them.
I think I heard that right.
I thought we were looking at the old ruins.
Old ruins when they were not elven.
Oh, but under the cloister, like in a crack that was open. Okay. Oh. Okay. Sorry.
Would you be open to us exploring a little deeper, seeing as...
I mean, that might be. Sorry, I shouldn't sidetrack us. We have other important things.
Again, that would seem to be one of those things we might want to be cautious of going forward. I'm not opposed, but care will need to be taken.
Do you have any recommendations about how this care should be taken?
And we could probably dig in from outside the cloister.
I'm not there. It's just it's,
That's why I'm keeping
How do you feel about a few more weeks?
at this point, what's a few more weeks?
What's a year?
I would not do that.
You spent a year in the last town.
Just
Why
settle
not?
down here.
Keep
Let's
going.
marry people. Get settled down.
Yeah.
What main
When he
quest?
says that, though, I do kind of like watch Cobb's face
When he says what?
I'm digging from
digging
the
out from the
outside.
outside.
That might be more effort than it's worth.
But then it wouldn't implicate any of you. Was what I was getting at.
Oh, that's true.
I mean, if there's a better way and it ends up being a quick look through.
I mean,
Again-
who knows what's down there? But
Yeah, I guess that being said, that'll be pretty much it for my intents there, because I pretty well copied all of the important stuff from those magic tomes, right? You haven't given them to me, but like that has been done, right?
Yeah, mostly, yeah.
Okay.
actually, I have an idea. There was a crack that you specifically saw that led into that, right?
You should try and work the word crack into your conversation as often as possible.
We should investigate this crack.
I don't remember. Danny does not remember.
There was like a crack that you could not fit in necessarily, but you could see back into what was these further ruins.
The DM is not remembering that, but I wouldn't put it past me.
I don't recall there
I don't
being
recall
a
it.
crack. I recall that the
Because then
cloister is built on top of ruins, so the lower layers of like the lower levels
Mm-hmm.
are sort of intermeshed with the ruins. But I don't remember there ever being a place where you could like see
Okay.
further in. I think they just sort of built down into
okay,
it.
I thought there was a crack that, and I was just thinking we could actually just send in familiars, but oh, never mind, Don.
Well, there was that, and then there was the caged off area.
Yeah, but Mal hasn't
I
heard
know.
about that part.
Well, the caged off area was just the
No,
books,
yeah,
right?
it's at ground level. It's
Oh,
just
okay.
in a sectioned off part of the library.
So that doesn't have anything to do with any of the rest of it.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Yeah, so
separate
it's just-
thing
it's
that
just
Mal
like their
doesn't know
cellar.
about, which is probably good.
Gotcha. It's okay. I copied all of the information so you don't have to steal stuff.
And you copied all of the information in the forbidden section? Interesting.
I did, right? I asked to.
She did
There
ask
were
to, Keith.
you did. There are a lot of books there.
Well, it's another couple months.
No, we just get the bag, we break in, we
It
steal
would
everything.
take you a couple of months probably to copy everything.
I mean,
Now, if you're just
I mean,
like
I feel like you
skimming
still have my
through
bag.
and taking notes, you'll hit the high points of all of that.
but Mal
Taking
doesn't
the
know
notes,
about this
But
yet.
then also, like, anything that I feel like is directly pertinent to our group, I would
Right.
have gone into greater detail with.
Right,
So.
right.
I mean, you could also, Mal doesn't know this, but you could also just use Killian's bag and just,
You could just take it.
We could.
I suspect that falls under stealing, though, for Simi.
that's, yeah.
Does
No, unless you say borrow.
Borrowing on a large scale.
It's a library, you borrow books.
And don't return them all the time.
It's true.
And you just have to pay a fee. Or a fine.
Which we'll do later.
When we have money.
When we own the
Hey,
government.
when I start running the government, I'll give him a loan or something. I'm going to be paying a lot of debts.
Yeah, but Mal still does not know about the cage section, so.
I can start writing blank checks.
Okay, well, is there anything else we needed?
Not from in here. I've done most of the research that I can, I think. I was just making sure that everybody was safe.
Okay. Bean, did you have anything else you wanted to do in town?
Nope, I'm just coming along for the ride.
Okay.
Walk.
Fair enough. If everyone would be okay with it, I would like to stop by the jeweler's shop again real fast and just make sure they're okay. They're
Cool.
probably fine, but
Okay.
especially if we're leaving, I should say my goodbyes real quick.
Natalie?
Okay.
Okay.
I don't like that look.
I don't
Okay.
like that.
So, so you guys head off to the jewelry shop. The little bell rings as you walk in. Ding, ding, ding. Oh, hello.
Hi, we're probably leaving town. I just wanted to make sure you guys were okay with all of the nonsense outside last night.
Well, it is quite exciting, but as you can see, all of my stock is still here. So
Good.
There were no worries, no troubles here.
All right, and Ken is okay as well. Still in trouble. but-
Yeah, still in trouble, but yeah, he's still okay.
Oh, yeah.
Good. All right. Well, it was a pleasure meeting you. It's been a pleasure to work with you, and we are probably headed out of town.
All right. Well, be safe and
I'll stop by soon
okay.
on our way back through.
Excellent. Thank you.
Well met.
I love you, Daniel.
All right. So as the three of you exit out into the streets, I would like for each of you to just roll me a d20.
It's them!
Jeez.
They're the heroes! You mean
Okay,
the
so
people who
you're
use
fired
magic?
for
Yeah,
now.
get them!
I mean, Mal is the only one that actively did that, but 19.
19?
16.
16?
5.
Danny.
Okay.
To be fair, it was on 18, and then it
And then it wasn't.
went over to 5.
He gets to
Which is
to
funny
hang out
because
with Frederick.
it tilted that way, but her tray is tilted this way, so I don't know how that happened.
Huh.
The dice jumped, it's fine.
There you go.
There we go.
The dice god
That's more
said
trouble.
no.
I thought you were a dice god atheist.
Not anymore.
He's a believer.
I can't be.
He's defying the statistics.
I mean, Lou in Dimension 20, I think that's his name is Lou.
Yeah. I
Lou
saw
said
that.
something like,
Oh, you only need one pair of dice.
well, yeah, he's like, you only need one pair of dice, but everybody else rolls better than I do, so.
So what do I
So I'm
know?
probably wrong.
Yep.
One pair of dice.
See, the other one
Technically,
has
as
to sit with
rules is
Frederick
written, you
now and
only
think about what
technically
he's
do
done.
need one pair of dice. But
Technically.
Sometimes
You
rolling
don't.
80 dice with one
dice.
D8
Well,
is
and
like.
what if you roll poorly? Then you have to choose a different d20.
Chose.
Holy.
Anyway.
So as you guys are leaving the shop and making your way out into the street, you specifically are bumped into by someone going the other direction. There is a sharp crack, and a puff of smoke blows up into your face,
The heck about that?
and you've just been dosed with a filter of love.
Happy Valentine's
Now,
Day.
this is a very,
Now,
very
this is a very interesting question.
The moment anybody bumps into him, because the gem was stolen and we were told
Right.
that there was a pickpocket, he's immediately like, nope.
Are you looking? But are you looking at anyone in? Are you just gazing down the street?
Who does the filter of love trigger you on?
You better not look at me.
I mean, were you looking down the street, or were you looking back at the person that?
No, because he's going for the intimidation of like, I caught you anyway.
Okay.
So he's still looking forward to whoever's in front of him as he throws this person
So
to the ground.
roll a dice. Evens it's one, evens it's the other.
I mean, there could be other people in town too.
That's fair.
I mean, the streets are pretty full,
So
so
that's up to you.
make me a D20 roll.
Does the filter of love take into account his preferences?
I
16.
believe
Well,
it does, yes.
so it's the next creature that he looks at is the thing.
Or-
There is something about if it's the person, if it's the type of
Yeah.
gender and whatever that he prefers, but
16.
16? Okay. So it's not one of your companions, but there was
There's a horse.
How much for this beautiful horse?
I must have it.
uh,
Our bond is undeniable!
She looked at me and I knew.
there is, however, a young lady like right in front of you, right in your eyesight,
Oh,
that
thank
all of a sudden is like, ooh,
It's the most
she's
beautiful woman
pretty,
you've ever
she's
seen.
pretty good looking, and I
filter-
don't know
a filter suddenly
what
appears.
Mal's preferences are.
Female generally and probably dwarven leaning, but he's
Uh,
not.
So she's not.
She's got a 5
she's
o'clock
not
shadow.
dwarven. She's not dwarven, but she is on the shorter side.
Just a little Italian.
Red hair, down to her shoulders, dressed very smartly, looks rather capable.
So who do I have in my hand though?
Just a courier with a crate full of glass vials. One of them is broken. And so, sorry, sir, I it didn't mean
about
nothing
this.
by it.
What's that smell?
Nope, your hands are full. You're fine.
And he scampers off, and the bottle's tinkling as he goes.
I have
Really
different
good cover.
prey.
Brayden,
The thing is,
What?
get out of here.
He adjusts his jacket. He tries to twirl what's left of his mustache.
One side is a lot longer than the other.
I mean, I don't know how good a job Dells did.
Uh,
Are you gonna have some?
I often scale fish. as
Yeah,
my ability.
that's
So yeah, it's
comforting. So Mal is just still standing there.
What's
so does
now?
Mal flirt like Steven?
Does Steven know how to flirt not like Steven?
I mean, I flirted with Keith before.
Yeah, I know. I remember.
You're about to do it again.
That's true. Round 2.
This is the stream
So she is like walking away from you down the street.
Walk this
Walking
way.
like which direction?
Like in the direction you're going, but
Okay.
she is walking away from you.
No, let's keep going.
You have a choice.
I'm tempted to say you should try.
Yeah.
He is an awful good card.
What is 16 out of 20?
Dang it, Jeff.
Alice didn't roll a 1.
Mal is just following, since it's the direction we're going anyway.
Okay, if it's the same direction.
Yeah, it's the same direction.
I'm just gonna like pay close attention to where he's looking.
So So as you look down the street, you know it's a fairly crowded street. It's hard to tell exactly what he's looking at. There's lots of people going the direction you are. Lots of people coming in the other direction. It's a busy town.
There's a bard on the corner singing, "Can you feel the love?"
Tonight.
And that's about as much as we can do. Little.
Something. Copyrighted.
You sound like our daughter. Jingle bells, something bells.
Yeah, I'm going along since we are going the same direction.
Okay.
I'm not gonna say anything too much, but I'm like, clearly he's a little.
He's very focused right now.
Hyper-focused.
This is all happening
Yeah.
to the soundtrack.
So
Walk This
gonna-
Way.
Keep.
So she does turn off a side street.
Mal's gonna stop and be like, "Hey, I have an errand I need to run real quick. I'll catch up
You
with you
sure
guys in
do.
a minute."
I've got somebody I need to run down.
This will take 5 minutes.
That's
generous.
Brutal.
What's your
Don't-
errand?
I think we should stick together
Yeah.
after what happened last night.
Yeah.
I am gonna go ask the name of the young lady that was ahead of us. So give me a minute, okay?
Why? Did you know her?
No, I don't know her name. That's why I want to ask her name.
Maybe you met her somewhere,
No,
like
no,
like
no.
a long time ago. Maybe
I
you
would
recognize
remember.
her.
I have met her somewhere. In
I-
my dreams.
I often forget.
And the window
names.
is closing, so I will
Don't
see you
forget
guys in a
your
minute.
Okay. I'm not gonna like follow close, but I am gonna stay because I'm a little suspicious.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna kind of hang back and like keep my hood over my head and just
Okay.
sort of like listen in case Mal does something real dumb.
Okay. So she goes.
Then
She goes about a half a block down off of the main street and turns into basically an arrow and bow making shop.
Mal is going to pull out his bow
And snap it.
What am I to do?
Oh, what a convenient spot for me to have found.
Look how
now-
strong I am. I broke my bow.
Yeah, it was a 150-pound draw, but
I'm stronger than that. Dude,
Um,
please tell me you break the bow.
no, heavens no. He's just gonna unstring it. Well, actually, he doesn't keep it strong because that would be dangerous. So he just sort of like tucks the strings back inside his quiver, and then he's going to walk into the shop.
Okay.
So that's what you see. You see him take his bow, pull the string off, stuff it into his quiver.
I like how he said stuff it into his quiver, and you're like, stuffed it into his quiver.
Stuff it into
Hey,
his quiver.
I have used a quiver before, and yes.
What the hell? This is weird. Right?
It's a little weird.
You don't know dwarven mating
Customs.
rituals.
Should we check out the shop? Convenient. What?
I mean,
Check out the
there's-
merchandise.
Maybe he is genuinely interested. I don't want to, whatever it is he does, rock block him.
I was about to say, thank you for not cock blocking him.
Yeah, one for that.
Good job.
I just feel like there's something weird here, but I'll linger close enough
Way
to
to
the
follow
door
the
that if
broke.
someone like slaps somebody, I would hear.
So she is actually behind the shop, behind the counter at the
Okay.
shop. She's talking with one of the other shopkeepers.
Well, so I'm gonna need to know how exactly this is affecting Mal because
Because Mal flirts like Steven?
because I don't know like
okay.
what is this pushing Mal to do.
Hold on, I'm
So,
looking up what a filter
The next time you see a creature within 10 minutes after inhaling, in this case, you become charmed by that creature for 1 hour.
Okay, just charmed.
If the
Okay.
creature is of a species and gender you are normally attracted to, you regard it as your true love while you are charmed.
Oh, shit.
Well, it's gonna be
What's
real
a
weird.
lifetime,
Yeah.
man? What's a couple
It,
months?
it is
Yeah.
it is an hour duration.
The world could always
And
use some more kids,
you've,
right?
You've
Keith,
spent
you've seen what
about
we can do in 6 minutes.
No!
Which is complete a side quest.
so we'll say it's been about 7 minutes at this point since you've been dosed.
Six minutes.
Why
man.
me? Why me?
Stamina on that boy.
Because you keep talking, Brayden.
The average in the U.S. is 7 minutes anyway.
What? Why have you Googled this?
What?
Why have you Googled this?
Actually,
I don't know
that
why
because
I
of
know
the
that.
office ladies.
Anyway,
Anyway,
Podcast.
so Mal will just sort of hold up his bow and say, "Excuse me, miss.
How can I help you?
I need to get a heavy draw weight string for my
Excellent
bow."
reaction.
Yeah, you do.
I need to have my equipment
It is
inspected.
always a pleasure whenever Keith breaks out this specific accent.
I know. I don't know what I'm more excited for.
Oh well, what? When you say heavy, what? How heavy are we talking there?
I mean, the draw weight on this bow is about 120 pounds, give or take.
What I
This
can
is
do
a
more.
full war bow.
He's got a full war bow.
Oh my gosh, guys. It's gonna be bad enough coming from me.
Oh well, you don't use it for hunting, then I'm assuming.
No, actually. So,
Jeff, I see your face.
the kerfuffle outside the city limits, I was
you're not
part
a
of taking that down.
Oh, good. You're not a soldier then.
Oh, heavens no.
Good, good. Get,
You baby.
He'll just lay his bow on the counter.
excellent. And she reaches down under the counter, pulls out a
12 gauge.
a tape measure, and measures from limb to limb. It's like, oh, I might have. Actually, I might have to shorten a couple of. No worries.
That's
It's
fair.
just too big for her to handle.
And she turns and starts, sort of looking through the boxes on the shelf behind her.
Mal's over here planning a wedding.
So, how long have you been in the bow making business?
Oh, me dad owns the shop.
Okay. So your whole life then, yeah?
Pretty much.
That's awesome. I've been shooting since. Shut up, Natalie. Shooting since I was old enough to hold a bow myself.
There we go. And she pulls out a package that has some bowstrings in it. She pulls one out, lays it out. It actually does reach from limb to limb, and that's a little bit long. It's like, we can handle that. And she pulls out a pair of shears. Actually, she pulls out like 3 more strings out of the same package, lays them out end to end, does some measuring, and starts to trim them.
So, other than your work here, what else do you do here in town? I'm not from here. Shut up, Lance.
I didn't say anything.
She pauses in mid snip. What's going on here?
First of all, you're cutting the bush. Sure.
Just making conversation. I happened to see you as we were going down the street, and you are gorgeous. I do actually need a bowstring, though.
Standing outside the door going, 5 seconds till slap.
All the ladies are like, ooh.
I might need to walk in and save this guy.
So she does turn a little bit pink, but I thank you for the compliment, and then she goes back to work. She goes back to she.
I didn't hear that.
We'll get there. I'm sure.
As for what else I do around town, I do spend quite a bit of time in the library up at the cloister.
Actually, I was just. Oh my goodness! I was just there. Beautiful cloister here. Have you heard that there might be ruins of some sort underneath the cloister?
There's Steven.
There's always rumors like that in an old town like this.
That's fair.
Would you like to show them to me sometime?
You might have to go in and help him.
Okay.
What? What?
I
So
think
she-
someone just choked on her.
So she does finish up the first one and takes your bow back behind the counter and expertly strings it. It's like,
Wow.
She knows how to handle it.
that'll do.
Piece of
And
wood.
she unstrings it, lays it back out, and starts trimming the other 3 to length.
Oh, she's giving you
She's
real
got a
work.
firm grip there.
So, I am not a soldier, which is something you ask specifically, but my family all live in a very militaristic complex.
Uh-oh.
So I just, the work is very good.
Join my compound.
The compound.
It's cute. Real Steven is blushing too.
Steven, you have not asked how old she is yet.
No, Mal has not asked that because it doesn't matter to him right now.
He's just
That's technically fair.
Mal normally would be like all over that, but Mal is under the filter of
Wait,
love.
wait. Hold on. Rephrase.
Never mind. Nope. We're just gonna let that be, and we're gonna keep going.
What's it like being on the other side of you?
That's fair. Fair.
This is what we have to deal with every week.
So she's still just working away. She
Mal doesn't have any idea what to do now. So he just
I whisper-
sort of stands there.
I try to whisper loud enough. I'm like, ask her out for a drink.
Just see this thing.
Did you die?
Face in the window.
I was watching through the shop window.
Ask her out for a drink.
You'd have to have Dell's here for that.
she kind of. Excuse me for 1 second. She lays her shears down, goes over, closes the glass on the window. It's
Like we're both hunkered down.
let's have a draft. And she comes back, keeps working.
Yeah. Now, when we first came into town, we stopped by the Melted Muse.
I know
Have
it.
you ever tried
There's
to
keys.
swim the challenge of the Melted Muse?
And she just looks up at you and says, "No."
It's worth trying at least once.
See, he's so screwed.
Like me.
And she goes back to her work.
Okay.
I said a drink, not cheese.
I don't think he can hear you.
Yeah, the window is closed now.
Just open the door and whisper it through it and close the door.
It can't be any worse.
Mal has no idea what to say at this point. Like, what he doesn't. I don't know that I caught your name.
Oh, wow.
No, you didn't.
Nope.
It's Jessica.
Mal, it's a pleasure.
Do you have a piece of paper? I'm talking to you as in the character. Like, do you have a piece of paper?
Yeah. Actually, a lot.
I need a piece of paper and a pencil.
Okay. So I will hand you. What do you need? One like in reality? Okay.
No. So I write down like I say, like, take her out for a drink.
Ask her to drink, you eat.
Basically, and I fold it up and I make it look nice. I walk in, open the door, walk in. And I go,
Oh, hi.
Mel,
I hate you. I hate you.
Yep.
Oh, it hurts to be in the same room as you right now. That hurts me.
The really great thing is, I'm not even sure if they would get it.
I don't get it. I have no shame.
Oh, you can show it to Steven.
You guys, you're too
Yep.
young. You're too young, and you just
Yeah.
don't have the exposure necessary for this.
I can be too young too, Danny.
You are so young.
You're
All right.
also
So for those of you who don't get it, I will explain that after the session.
I walk
Or
up-
after this interlude is done.
I walk up and I say, Mel, thank you for the generous donation you left for the orphanage. The children will definitely appreciate everything that you've done for them.
play?
Look at
And,
Make a
I
deception.
give you the paper.
Make a deception check.
Thank you.
Okay, but like if I had another inspiration to give you.
Oh, I have plenty.
Tax write-off, right?
You have plenty of inspiration.
10.
You have inspiration!
All right, I'm gonna use it. One more.
Burn it, babe.
17.
That's
There you go.
She rolled an 18 to see.
Oh no! Wait, hold on.
Use your inspiration.
Deception, though, you say?
Deception.
I might have.
The sleight of hand.
If this doesn't
or no,
work,
you said deception.
Steven,
I
you
said
should
deception.
Go in there and start something with Jessica, and then he can save the damsel in distress.
How many inspiration points can I use?
As many as you
All right,
got.
One-on-one, I don't know that I could take Simi out without distance.
Well, it's for show.
I'm changing the dice
Or
here.
Simi could go in and start flirting with you to try and make her jealous, because I would love to see that.
I would also love to see
7.
I'm not even sure if it would dawn on Simi that would be a thing in
Very
the
good.
realm of
Rolling, babe. Stop
possibility.
That's it. That was it.
Although it
That's all
might
done.
end up looking
Wait,
like
do you
that.
not have any pluses?
Native.
Okay, well,
So
It
the
was
closest
worth a
was.
it's
Yeah.
a real
So the
good
closest
idea.
she still beat it, and it's like, yeah. Okay.
And what's on the paper?
Well, read it. Can you read? I hope.
Yes.
Well then, hey, it says. I guess I said.
Yeah, I have a paper though. I can't read it.
Just read, Steven! Use your eyeballs!
Well, I'm not in my mind. I'm thinking like you haven't opened it yet.
Oh,
Like,
okay. I mean,
And,
yeah,
and
like.
it says ask her out for a drink.
Oh.
You idiot.
You idiot.
Very specific on that last part.
Can you read, Steve?
What's not always a given in earlier editions.
No.
Actually, as a barbarian, you couldn't.
What time do you guys close? Could I take you out for a drink?
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Sorry.
there's Steven again.
Because he's literally like reading this. And
I like that.
Okay.
he's like reading it really
Can
slowly.
I take you out for a drink? You get. Oh, wait.
Mal can only read out loud.
He has to sound out the words.
Admittedly, though,
To be fair, I don't know how well your writing is, so you might have
It's
to.
childish, man. My R's are like backwards. And, yeah.
So as she's finishing up the work that she's done and coiling things up, she tucks them back into the packet and looks over and slides them across the counter with your bow to you.
How much do I owe you?
That'll be a gold, and
Oh,
I'm
jeez.
sorry, but I do like my lads a little taller.
And this, like Simi will go in and
Understandable.
in very awkward Simi form come up and just look over at Mal and be like, "Do you have it fixed yet? I bet you that like I don't want to leave the monks unattended for that long since you did like you did a great job of defending the cloister." So
Dying right now.
I'm sad that we all missed this.
Mal just like.
We're watching. We're having a fever dream watching this.
is it all fixed? Like it's that the face is actually hers. She's like,
Just like knows.
like, are you?
Mal just like
Good?
reaches into his pack and pulls out his cloak and just like puts it on.
Wait, did you pay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, at least I marked it off. I didn't say I paid.
Yeah.
I marked it off.
I assumed you did. It's like,
This is giving James flashbacks.
I did bad too, apparently.
Mal is shutting the door behind them with both of them still inside.
can I help either of you?
Oh, no, I did my duty. I'll head back to the orphanage.
I did my duty.
To the orphanage.
Commit to the bit, man.
Still waiting to
Right.
be adopted.
Mal is going to shadow switch onto the roof of the building and just sit there like, and then he'll dismiss his shadows.
Sorry, Natalie, do you have some black lipstick for your husband? Because he's going full emo over here.
Do you like it?
So when Mal comes back to the Shaggin and he's listening to emote, he's got My Chemical Romance playing.
I will.
Depends on
Like,
what happens after the hour.
So as the two of you step out, you can't see Mal. Either direction down the street.
Mal's just like rubbing his temples.
I do turn back before I actually leave and be like, for the record, he is a generally pretty good guy in spite of the cheese thing. Keep going.
Tell him next time not to try so hard.
That's fair. That was painful to listen to.
That was rough.
Admit
Yeah.
that you were listening.
Yep.
Oh.
So for those of you who didn't get the inside joke, she was Jessica Fletcher, also known as the main character of Murder, She Wrote.
Yeah.
What is Murder, She Wrote?
Oh.
That's an
Ow, my back.
later. We will deal with you and that question
I don't know why you
like
were
a
later.
back. I got that reference.
Okay, so we will assume after that. So after about after the hour runs out, you're still sitting up there, and all of a sudden it's like, what the heck?
So he realizes that something was actively wrong.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
Yeah.
He will switch back down.
because you look. She comes back out of the store and you're like, that's not an 8. That's like a 6.
Oh.
So he's gonna switch back down and like peek into the shop. Is she still there an hour later?
She's still there.
He's just gonna say,
Stevie. I don't like it.
I'm real sorry. That was. Have a good day, and shut the door and walk away.
And she just kind of shrugs and goes back to her work.
It's probably not the first time it's happened.
Right? Who's
Pretty
getting
sure.
who's
That's
getting
the first time.
boxes of love filters delivered to them in the town?
Delve is like,
We have another side
Where's
quest
my-
now.
They broke one on the way here.
That guy's dead. Oh my
Alright,
gosh, if that guy
so-
trips and all of those vials like spill out, he's dead. He'll just like look at everyone in the crowd and just be like, and then just have a heart attack.
All right, so for the rest of
Just
you that went
explode.
back to the Shaggin, what all are you guys up to?
is there water nearby?
No, not where
I mean,
we
there's
are.
a river,
But we
like
do
a mile away.
have 2 50-gallon barrels of water, and they're mostly full.
What do you need water for?
Like Tobago.
That's me.
You wanna go fishing?
I've never been.
Is that like adventure?
Oh, you're in luck today.
Okay. It's Valentine.
Dallas wants to go fishing.
I need to borrow you.
Okay.
Never mind, I'm gonna go.
I want to see fishing.
Okay.
Yeah, Dallas wants to go fishing, so she just.
So Killian's gonna pull Milo
Well,
over.
you know kind of which direction the river is.
Yeah.
so-
Yeah, it's south.
Cabbage is so torn.
I'm gonna pull Milo over into the corner, and we're gonna whisper and talk in hushed tones in the corner.
Cabbage is going to come up and pretend like she's part of this conversation.
So Killian has a paper out, and he pours like a drop of something out of his bag onto it, and it soaks into the paper, and then these words start forming, and he's like, okay, do you think this is, like, does this look legitimately enough like an imperial order? And he'll show it to you. So it says, by order of Her Grace the Divine Empress, you are hereby recalled back to Costus to assist in quelling rebellion within the Imperial City. And it's got, like, because he's seen the orders that got delivered, so it's got the same, like, around the edges,
Okay.
whatever marking and everything, all incorporated into it. Is that, like...
And what are you using to make the forgery?
Oh, I have an artificer ability where I can just make I can essentially make it look like whatever I want, up to 25 words and whatever designs I want on it. So, like, he's trying to get the wording right to sound like like the way an Imperial Order would be.
Okay. The mostly looks right. The title for the Empress is a little bit off.
Right.
But you would.
I would know, yeah.
Gotta carve
Yeah,
that
you would
potato.
know, and you would know how to correct it.
What is the correct?
What have you got on there so far?
By order of Her Grace the Divine Empress.
Yeah, it needs to be her supreme.
Yeah, no, Supreme instead
It
of
needs
Grace.
to be her supreme,
At some point, I actually had like a
incorrigible.
full like thing of titles for her.
Okay,
Give me
so
a
so
second.
by order of Her
You
Supreme...
know what I'm talking about,
I
right?
have it right here.
Yeah.
I have a page.
Plus
Okay, here we go. So her official title is Rosavella Serenath, Empress of the Serenanthian Empire, long may she live forever, which is in parentheses, Guardian of the Western Approach, Mistress of the Weave, Holder of the Mystic Orb.
Yikes.
Which is more than 25 words.
I don't suppose that the Imperial... so I'm going to pull out the other orders that we've collected. I'm going to look at them like, what do they do the full
They've
thing?
got the full thing on it.
Well, crap.
I mean,
What if you did it
I
with
assume
It-
that is...
so it
at
doesn't
least-
actually have the "May she live forever." That was that's
It's implied.
it's implied, it's understood, but
So-
everything else.
So they write out every time the by the...
Anytime it's an official order, it's got her full
How many words
list
is
of
that?
titles.
21. So yeah, 4 words to work with. I mean,
Get back
to be
here.
fair, I think we can do, besides the title, we can just write it out, because usually they print out bulk of everything.
Is your handwriting good enough that you can...
Yes.
Oh, okay, great. Then yeah, just write this out. So the idea is we're going to write an order saying that they are recalled to Costus, and then because you have the ever-changing clothes, you're going to have to go in disguised as a courier and
Right.
deliver the orders to each of the battalions, recalling them.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Okay.
I like that.
Do you
Am I
think
missing something?
do you think you can do that?
His face is known to a lot of
Yes.
soldiers.
I can do that.
Okay,
As long...
I can get you set up with a disguise.
Yes. Because I can only change what I look like for 10 minutes, or unless I use some spell slots, but...
Yeah, we have a disguise kit.
I also have a disguise kit.
I can make your face look different.
Rearrange it.
Yeah, you've
wait.
gone fishing.
If
I
he
need
wants
access to the
have
safe.
competition.
I have a signet ring, which if we seal it with that,
Is
Then
your
it will
signet ring
identify
the
you
same
as
as the Empress's
Milo.
signet ring?
I believe so.
What's that?
I have a signet ring of the
You have your
family.
own.
I was gonna say, you
Right,
would have had your own
right.
signet.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
That's a
got
good idea.
it's got the family crest, but it
But-
is
Yours.
very
Right,
different. It is
right.
uniquely yours.
Now, when we seal it, I can make the seal look, because we have if I can piece together the broken seal from the orders we have, right? And presumably you know what the Imperial seal looks like.
Yes.
So as long as you can just show me what it looks like, I can create a fake using that same ability I was going to use to create the orders.
Yeah.
So yeah, that we can set it all up, and then you can go in and deliver these orders, and that way we can send them packing.
Mhm.
So that's what Killian was going to work on while we were back at the Shaggin.
Give me some paper and all that, and I'll do some practice.
Yep.
And then you want to check to see what that gem does.
Yeah,
that we-
and I will identify the gem while
And I
he
will
forges
work on
our orders.
practicing
Okay.
forge stuff.
Pass this down to Lance, please.
Sounds terrible.
Wait, do you know the
that
do's
is
and
the
don'ts?
worst week for Danny.
The do's and I've heard. Actually, Natalie told me a few don'ts. So
Oh, Dane,
With like the M word.
the M word.
M word.
I'm sad that I
Some
come with a
people
list
don't
of
like
don'ts.
I mean,
That is
it's,
like you need to be very careful.
Don't say this word. Don't make these noises. I just want my friends to like you.
I mean, I do. So,
Some
yeah.
people do, some people don't.
Somehow or another, I still like
Is there
Steven, and
a
he
role I need
pokes
to
those
do
bears
to-
all the time.
Use the word
Are you
day.
proficient with a forgery kit?
No,
instead of using
but
the M word, say Dane.
I am part of the
This
royal
came-
I was gonna
family.
say,
Probably
is
have
this
to,
forging?
That's not
scribe
Um,
classes.
I know.
It's not.
Because we're also not necessarily trying to pass this
no,
off as
yeah.
a specific person. We're just
Yeah.
writing generic orders.
I don't know that there is a role for that.
I
Just
okay.
take some time to practice because you're a little out of practice. So to clean, to get your skill back up, and then you'll be able to relatively easily.
What's it?
This gem will allow one individual to store a first level spell inside of it that they can then cast as a reaction to whatever condition they set the gem to. The spell will last for a number of days equal to your arcane spellcasting levels rounded down plus your proficiency bonus.
A number
Nice.
of days.
Yep.
So it'll stay in the
As
gem
soon as
that
you
long.
store a spell in the gem, you take one level of exhaustion.
There's the catch.
So you'll want to store it at a time when you are not busy doing important things, I suppose.
Good to have him with us.
Yeah. All right.
Well, that was a lot more boring than I expected it to be. I'm gonna go check on the fishes.
Good luck. Try not to get lost.
I thought you were gonna fish in the barrels.
That's what she was planning on doing.
Was
I
it?
think.
We don't know.
No. I'm so deeply curious about how this fishing trip's gonna go.
All right.
This is going to be interesting.
So those of you going down to the river to fish,
Ah!
Down to
So, I am talking about fishing
Sorry.
as we head to the fishing place.
okay.
I don't have any of my, normal fishing, as I'm saying, I don't have any of my normal fishing utensils on me. But,
Yeah,
so I pick up like a branch, and as we go, I'm like, trying to like create like a spear.
Index cards.
And so, I'm just tromping along, and I'm singing, fish songs and.
In my head,
Fish
it's not that
songs.
you're singing songs about fish or fishing songs, it's that you're singing songs in the fish language.
Oh,
Glove, glove, glove,
Because that seems on brand.
She's like, it sounds better when you're underwater.
All right. So it doesn't take you guys all that long to get down to the river. About 10, 15 minutes, something like that.
Brilliant.
I look my crooked stick. I'm just like, yeah, you can do that.
Okay. So you guys reach the river.
Yeah. And so I kind of inspect the river. I'm like,
Make sure it's level.
Like, there's the shallows.
This
Put my
water.
finger in. I'm like, so I'd like to start fishing with my spear.
How do you do it?
Sound cleansing, it's fine.
I wade out a little bit. I'm like, you have to be very quiet. Because the fish, they can hear you.
Steph, can I ask you a question? quickly?
Has
You
she
can ask
ever
me
gone
another
Have you
fishing?
ever gone fishing and stuff?
I have.
Once.
Okay.
I
One?
did.
How did
Have
it
you ever
go?
gone spear fishing?
She caught
No.
one.
But it was too little, and then we couldn't get the hook out. And then he died, and Daniel he threw the fish back in the water. And I was so upset.
Did you name it?
No.
So this is is you working out your trauma.
D&D's great for that.
Is this character?
And I'm like, do I see any fish? Are there fish in there?
That's a good question.
Well,
Stabbing it.
so let's do this. Make me first a stealth roll as you're wading out into the river.
In the water. I think I should have extra points.
Do I need to roll stealth as well?
If you are going out into the river with her, yes.
Yeah, I've got my javelin. I'm ready to get some
Technically,
fish.
he ruined my roll because
Oh,
stealth.
I'll take that. It's a 19.
19.
Oh,
Keith, are they trying to spear down into the water? You should probably have it with disadvantage.
You got well.
This is just them getting in position first.
One step at a time.
One step at a time.
so I have a 9.
All right, so
Barely a ripple.
so barely a
Cannonball
ripple,
in.
barely a ripple from the guy
Doesn't think it's a rock.
who's like 8 feet tall,
I have a dress on.
and then there's
I
you
slosh
that's
out
just
there.
sloshing out.
I'm like, you should be quiet.
You do see fish, but they hear you coming and just scatter.
So is it at this point that I come find them?
Yes.
Have you really done this before?
Not in a river.
Oh, God.
You know what? I often fish more by
Dead bodies.
ocean.
We get all the ones that are eating on the bodies. And you just
Ocean, like lakes, larger bodies. This is very fast moving, so it is a little different. But the what's it called? The premise is the same. Whatever the word that I'm looking for there. It's the same sort of idea. There doesn't seem to be many fish here at the moment.
Well,
No.
you probably scared them.
Are we like... Did she scare away the fish near me?
Yeah.
She's got a fish there everywhere.
Yeah. She scared the fish away for a good long ways away.
Hey, Dells, how's fishing going?
Well, fishing is a
just
bird.
like in the fishing village.
What?
Why don't you just use your spells?
You know what? I don't have a
Fishing
catch a fish spell.
No, you didn't
Well, you missed
magic
it,
missile the fish.
They can't dodge.
Fireball.
Where's Nate?
Is a fish a beast?
Bonfire.
Yes.
He just sticks his
Okay,
hand
well
under
then
the
I'm
water.
very stealthily. I cast Dominate Beast.
So
Just gonna make the beast jump
there are
out of
no
the water.
targets around you. You scared them all away.
Up to 60 feet.
Yeah.
I pull out some like jerky.
Good idea. If you throw it into the water, it will attract the fish. Dows.
You're not from a fishing village, are you?
Have you ever been fishing in your life?
I have watched quite a lot. I never had to fish. I was the
Were
the
you like
magic user.
The mayor's daughter or something?
No, we don't have a mare.
All right.
That
So,
is unsurprising.
so Tobago and Dells, roll me a
She just
d4.
wasn't allowed to fish after the first time she tried.
They were like, you know what,
4?
Del?
Okay.
Your role in this village is that's a 1.
They were like, we're gonna find something else for you to do.
All right. So Dells is still sort of kind of wandering around trying to find fish.
Sing, like,
You
fish
are
songs.
just standing there like stock stone still, and you start to see fish sort of gathering at your feet. They're coming back. They're getting into your shadow to kind of hide from predators and whatnot. And there's a couple of big catfish down
They're
down right at your
trying to get away
feet.
from me.
Okay. Yeah, I would like to stab
They're
it.
gonna throw themselves
Okay.
on
Snail
the
slaw.
spear.
All right, so make an attack roll with disadvantage because it is into the water. Well, no, because javelins are piercing, They
Yes.
don't have disadvantage going into water.
But
It's
he
not.
might because of Snell's law. It does not. It is
Yeah.
not actually the spot.
Okay.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say, if you're going from the top, it's not actually where it looks. You have to come from underneath
Okay.
to have an accurate.
So you will have disadvantage.
And that will be strength, right?
Yes. For a javelin.
Yeah.
For javelin, yes.
So it should be your
is
strength, strength,
is your
and
fish
proficiency
song
at
like
disadvantage.
when Dory talks in whale?
I
in
think
Finding
that's more
Nemo?
like
That's
the.
10.
It's a 10.
It is.
Yeah,
A short
that's
distance away, you hear her
probably-
doing her fish song.
I don't imagine that a regular fish would have any more than that.
The
So
elders told me that this song.
That's
for
them chanting to Cthulhu.
so Dells and Cabbage,
Yes.
you guys are sort of having this back and forth,
I'm
and
fishing, I don't know what
Tobago
this is.
is just sort of standing there, and then all at once it's like he stabs down into the water, pulls his javelin out, and there's this great big catfish on the end of his javelin.
Just like that! See? You learn real fast.
They were so desperate to get away from Dells that they jumped onto his spear.
Take me now.
End the suffering.
So, who are the elders?
They're the matriarchs. It's a matriarchy that run the village.
Uh-huh.
One of us needs to write down her life someday.
Right, like we need to start writing these down to double check our facts. Be like, but you said.
And they hold all of the village's most trusted secrets,
Like what?
like the fish song.
that they talk to you.
What's the fish song?
I can't tell you because it's a village secret.
You're not in the village.
So you'll take the fish off, I guess, and toss it up on
Yeah,
the
I'll throw it
shore.
up there.
And-
Yeah, I'll go again. Disadvantage, right?
Mhm.
Ooh.
It's actually
That's a
remarkable they didn't
16.
leave after the first strike.
So with this one, you're actually able to sort of wait until one fish is sort of swimming over the top of a second one.
Are
and
you
you get two.
serious?
He's just like fish after fish. Like,
I think we're having fish for dinner. Do you know how to cook fish?
Fantastic.
I do.
Don't let her touch it.
That's all you
It's-
did.
Me
I was gonna say it's like what
Frozen.
she did with the dried fruit. You just get butter and you mash it together in butter and you cook it.
I'm gonna make these fruit patties. I'm gonna bring them, and y'all are gonna eat your words.
They're called Danishes.
Only if you incorporate flour.
She did! She battered them in flour!
She invented Danish.
That's not Danish.
I call it a fruit patty.
Weren't they? No, they were called fatties.
They were called fatties.
Fatties.
I wrote it down. They were called fatties.
Oh, I'm gonna bring some fatties.
Well, I liked those.
That you did.
Don't.
You're the only.
I really like you.
Ooh.
That's how breakups start. You're real nice.
It's not you, it's me.
What are you hiding?
I am not hiding anything.
You're definitely not from the fishing village.
I am from
Dells.
a fishing village.
Dells, make a perception check.
Wow. That's almost that's impressive actually that you managed that.
That's really.
It is
Like
between the
it
two
landed
trays.
in between the two dice trays with a point up.
I think when that
Couldn't have
happens,
tried that if you even sit down.
I think when that happens, I'm allowed to pick whatever number that off the side there.
No.
Hmm. Okay. Well, a straight D20 roll. Oh no, you said
It's
perception.
perception.
Somehow, a shark.
That's what her.
I
That's what her
never-
song has brought.
17.
17. Okay. So you're standing there talking to Cabbage up on the shore, and a catfish, swims between your legs.
Oh, I wanna.
Oh, right!
I'm like, oh, look at the
Okay.
Oh,
Are
you're
you
pretty
are
sure.
you proficient with spears? Are you
Just
proficient
kills me. This
with?
is
Are
not
those
how you
light,
catfish.
simple weapons?
Let
Which
me
one?
see.
Are you proficient with the proper?
This isn't even how you do
Dagger,
it.
dart, sling, quarterstaff, light crossbow.
Imagine
No.
it's
That is
dagger.
a no.
So make your attack roll with disadvantage.
The ironic thing here is if
It
you
is just your,
tied a dagger
you know, it's your d20 plus your strength
quarterstaff.
modifier. Is all it is.
Uh-huh. So 11 plus you said strength modifier.
Uh huh.
Plus 9.
So
minus
a
2.
9.
So with a 9, you're gonna miss.
How bad?
Not bad,
What
but she definitely
Oh,
misses.
okay, so I am gonna point out that she says she's supposed to be from a fishing village, and also if we tied a dagger to a quarterstaff, she'd be proficient with it.
But did you tie a dagger to?
I'm saying maybe she gets to be proficient with a spear since it's kind. I feel like it's an oversight that she's not, given that if you took the dagger and the quarterstaff that she knows how to use and you tied them together, she'd know how to use it.
I don't think so though, because as I've learned in Brandon Sanderson's
Yeah.
thing, there is a quarterstaff sort of
Style.
ability.
Yeah, there's a
There's a
quarterstaff
dagger
style.
ability, and it's just not the same.
That is
dagger.
actually
Yeah.
true.
Yes, yeah, spears are really sort of a different thing.
As much as I want to
so.
be good at stabbing fish.
So unfortunately,
You are not.
no.
Just magic then.
Control water.
She's just.
I could dominate this beast.
You could.
I dominate the beast.
Is it still around?
You should have done the first one.
Actually, with that roll, it probably just like, what was that
I
sound?
was like, whoa.
I whip out
A
a piece
log
of
must have
paper.
fell in the river.
The catfish is like, normally I'd feel in danger, but not right now.
So I attempt to beguile it.
So
Okay.
What am I watching?
Fish
I
song.
tried to hit the fish.
Uh-huh.
So instead I flung out a piece of paper.
It just floats in the water for a second. Sinks.
Origami folds into a fish.
Oh no.
A female fish.
Dun,
Oh,
dun,
no.
dun, dun, ch, dun, 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 ch.
No, I don't want to dominate the beast.
Why?
Because she read what it does.
I don't want to have a telepathic link with it.
As you're
She forms this telepathic link and is like, drown yourself. Drown yourself. Jump on land and suffocate.
Yeah, that's not me. That's not me.
I mean, once it was on land, you could break the link and not feel the death.
No.
Throw yourself on my spear.
I feel like that deserves an inspiration.
I'm about to. I'm like, no.
So I just see you throw a piece of paper into the water.
All right. So since you have thrown the paper, that is part of your spell casting. It does cost you the spell slot.
You broke Brandon.
So I take that back. This is why her fishing village didn't have her fish anymore, because they saw her do it this way one time and were like,
Nope.
not again.
Look at Cabbage and I'm like, I don't have anything to hide.
Bye, paper.
Dells. I was not the head fisherman.
You were the assistant head.
No.
Assistant to the head fisherman.
I held his tackle box.
Truthfully, I kept record of all the fish and their uses. And
Eat.
In fashion and fine dining.
Don't eat this one.
Good
Don't
with
eat this
butter.
one.
Good
It's
with
too
butter.
pretty.
It's the fish
So-
version of working for the Audubon Society.
Like, it's fine that you're definitely lying about where you're from, but I just don't really understand why keeping up the ploy.
No one believes you.
Cabbage. When this thing you folks are doing is all done.
What you folks, you are securely attached to us at this point.
We can't
Like a
leave.
growth.
Yeah, if she tries to leave, we have to kill her.
Once you're free,
That's for the fishing.
I will take you to Elwick.
I need you to swear this to me.
It's a euphemism for killing you.
I
I
swear it on my fishing skills.
forgot. Oh no, that's the thanking ritual. Okay, so the swearing ritual.
Okay, how about
This
this?
is
We use
Stephanie's
my
thing. Okay.
ritual.
Sure. Yes.
Oh no.
What is it? I get out my knife.
Oh.
No.
No. The last time you did a swearing ritual, it was like.
Yeah, this
I
is
know,
gonna be
this
even
is
better.
deeper.
Oh, okay.
Your turn.
Do I cut my hand?
Yes, you
Yep.
cut your hand.
Like,
Do you need help?
Done.
I'll do it. I'm like,
And now you have a disease of the blood.
Oh, it gets
now
better.
both of us do.
ugh. It's so pagan.
I don't think that's how that works.
Alright.
I wouldn't know.
I'm glad.
Okay, when all this is over, you're taking me to Elwick.
Yes.
So you've chosen your
You
grave.
have sworn a blood oath.
This is how you get sacrificed to Cthulhu.
Also, this is how you get HIV if you're not careful.
That would
I've
yes.
chosen.
This adventure to your village
Now,
is going
does
to be
having
like
angel blood make
the
this?
extra credits after a movie.
Extra credit.
Alright,
Yes.
I'm holding you to it
I will take you to Elwick.
because I care about you a lot, but I do not believe this is a real place.
You will be decked
So
out
Cabbage,
in the finest of
your hand is kind of tingling a little bit,
Oh,
and when you look down, there's a little bit of a glow to it.
Your disease.
What did you do to me?
What?
Look at my bloody hand!
Probably lichen or something like that from the.
Lichen?
It's
Are you werefish?
You've stood still for too long. Lichen is now growing on your head.
Is your hand glowing?
Is my hand going?
No.
What's wrong with you?
HIV.
What?
You now have magical HIV.
Is it still glowing?
No, it's starting to fade a little bit, and so is
As
the
it
tingle.
seeps into your body.
We need to bloodlet her.
Get the leeches.
I
See if
don't know
they
what
glow
I've done.
I would not be surprised if there's a jar of leeches in your shag.
There's
Probably
not.
like the
unfortunately.
sun hitting
You have chosen.
your hand.
It's smart
Hey!
gas.
Just
Did you
the
just
right.
multi-class and sorcerer?
Hey,
That is how that
hey,
works.
Yeah.
you people up there.
Hey, you guys!
You can tell who she learned this from. It was not Mizu.
My hand was glowing.
Who are you talking to?
Yeah.
I don't remember which one.
Well, here, I'll give you the
Dunos.
list.
Dunos? Okay.
I'm your,
So you hear a voice in your ear.
Oh, thank God.
You're not one of mine.
Did I just start talking? I'm like,
I didn't
Whoa,
hear you.
whoa, Keith, I need to clarify. Did she just hear the god of balance talk to her?
Oh, no, yeah, you're right. Never mind.
Okay,
Sorry.
okay, because I was about to get real worried.
You're right.
If that was true, the response would be like, "Help me!"
Killian finds out, he's like, I need you to hold out your arm.
No, no, no.
Oh. A new hand touches the beat. Hey, I can't take her credit for that one. That was it.
Not
like,
one of yours.
I didn't actually say that. You didn't actually hear that.
Okay.
gaslighting you
A
right
different one could respond, but
Yeah, no.
the
I'm your teacher's pet's friend.
Teacher's pet's friend.
now. Are there trees? Am I like?
Talking to
There are trees.
Are you just back there still just like fish?
Oh, hello.
Hello, Ace.
Glowing.
Okay, I'm gonna go back and find Killian.
What? Bye.
So something bad might have happened. I might have just done something bad.
Gonna need more details than that.
Yeah. So, I finally confronted Dells about the fact that a fishing village is a lie. Totally lie. Right? And she said that when all this is over, that she's gonna take me to Elwick. And I said, okay, I'm gonna need you to swear to me. And then I decided that
Yep. Choices were made.
choices were made. I cut my hand. She cut her hand. We shook on it. And then my hand glowed for a minute.
All right, hang on. You're gonna have to roll back for me to choices were made. I'm gonna need a little bit more clarification. What choices you made?
I cut my hand.
Okay, so you cut your hand.
So your choice was to cut your hand.
Okay.
I cut my hand.
Yeah.
I handed her my knife.
Okay.
She very squeamishly cut her hand.
Okay.
We shook hands. The blood touched.
They
And
cross
then-
the streams.
My hand glowed.
Like what kind of glow?
It was a glow. Like my blood was glowing. It wasn't like,
Okay, so I understand that you're not very familiar with this, but I need to know, like, what when you say a glow, was this like a flicker? Was it like a pulsating sort of glow? Was it like a steady, consistent sort of thing?
So it was steady.
Steady.
It was golden light.
it was golden light.
Okay, and your blood glowed golden,
Yes.
but then stopped.
it slowly faded.
Okay.
And I looked up at the sky and I said, Gods, I am the friend of your teacher's pet. My hand is glowing. I would like some answers, and no one answered. So, since you are the god's pet,
Wonder why.
Is Killian able to put two and two together, Keith?
you found a
Oh.
friend for what?
Oh, I mean, we...
What?
No.
I think you
Don't-
just became part of the God of Balance?
Oh, so we just need to like slice her up, distribute her to a million people, and then we get our God of Balance back.
No.
What?
No.
Real
No, this is not another troll incident. You're not
Interesting.
gonna-
Introductor.
So, we know that she is the progeny of the God of Balance at some level. Like he had a, I don't know, there was like a
Vaguely
mixed
remember
lineage
that.
and it passed down. So if I had to guess why your blood started glowing golden, I would guess it's because you just put blood of someone who has godliness in them somehow into your body. Also,
Supposedly.
Don't let
you should get
yourself do
tested before you
Oh, I
do
have
that
heard this.
again.
It's
There's a lot of bloodborne diseases that it's a very dangerous thing to do.
It wasn't a great idea, okay? It just sort of happened. I didn't believe her. I thought it was going to call her bluff.
Is she still down at the river?
Probably.
He pulls out his axe.
Okay, I'm gonna need you. 1 second. And Gideon's gonna go run over and open a drawer and like move through things. He's gonna pull out a box and come over, and he's gonna pull out a syringe and be like, "I need you to hold very still for
I'm
just
gonna
a
need
small
you to
moment.
tell me what
I just need to get a small amount of your blood."
She has more God than I do.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm gonna have to go get hers after this. So if you could just hold still, just
You
just
might be
it's not gonna
right.
hurt. Just a tiny bit. Just a tiny bit. It could be important for fixing things.
Archer.
In my head this whole time. Toblerone?
Look, I will pay you for your
mouse
blood.
with
He's
fish.
gonna hold out.
That feels worse than prostitution somehow.
I jumped a bit. What?
Somewhere in the distance, Del's
Please, okay, look.
What?
If we don't do it this way, what we're gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to wait till the next time you get attacked or hurt, and then I'm gonna have to harvest it. I'd like to get it right now, please.
Killian, let's work on your
so about
speech
this
grab.
time, so about this time, the three of you that were in town show up back at the
So
Shagon.
Killian is standing in front of Cabbage, and she's like avoiding him, and he's got a syringe out, and he's like, "Please, just a small amount, so I can test and see exactly what it does when you have that in you." It's just a tiny bit. You cut your hand open earlier, and that didn't seem to bother you. I just need a tiny bit.
But that was my idea.
You can pretend this is your idea too. Please, just a little bit. It could be important.
Just a little bit.
We don't know how this works.
Give me the syringe.
Thank you.
That's not how that works.
Never mind.
Yes. He's gonna put that in his box, and he's gonna pull out another syringe, and turn around and walk past you guys as you're walking in.
I'm coming with you.
Oh, welcome back.
Thanks.
You okay?
Fine.
What's wrong with him?
Date.
What?
What?
Nope.
Nope.
Crashing.
Nope.
He blew it real bad.
Okay.
Sorry, blue what?
Nothing.
What did you blow?
His
He
date.
tried to hit on a girl
No,
and it was bad.
Not.
That is unfortunate. I wish you better luck next time. Anyway,
She did
I'll be
say
back.
that,
I'm gonna go
but
collect
he
some blood.
just- Okay.
I am coming with him.
What?
Oh my goodness.
No. Never mind. Nope.
Wait.
I am giving tobacco
Tobacco.
Nobody will get
direction on how they throw nets in my village to capture them. I don't have a net, so I'm just like mimicking.
She's picking up grass and
just throwing it into the
So when you guys
Flings.
Yeah.
when you guys get down
Flame
to the river, there is this fairly respectable pile of catfish and brim and river fish. Not next to Dell's, but where Tobago has been sort of tossing them up on the bank. And
I thought he said he didn't know how to fish.
Yeah, Tableware's over there is pretty good at it.
Tablewares.
Me?
Yeah, you. Good job, buddy.
Try not to fish all the fish in the river. Like leave some for later.
I mean, dinner's gonna be good tonight.
I don't like fish.
Buddy.
What just happened?
He just jerked his head to the side and smacked it into the table.
Poor buddy.
It's okay, friend.
Yeah, I suppose so. Anyway, Dells,
Yes.
I need a small favor. And he's gonna pull out the syringe. Can you put some of your blood into that, please?
You could track her space.
Please?
No.
Pretty
I
please?
have a syringe.
To extract things like blood out of things.
Why? Why?
So that I could...
We might be sisters.
I don't recall you sitting around the fire in Elwick.
Abstinence.
No.
You do now.
When you guys swapped bodily fluids,
That was a nicer way to say that.
when you guys made a blood oath, is that the nicer way to put it? That sounds worse.
That actually sounds better. I like
When
that
you
better.
two made a blood oath,
You spat in each other's
you got blood in her blood, and she got her blood in your blood, and I just want to run some tests on the
So
blood.
you're a pirate and I'm a god.
Huh.
So I want to run some tests, but I need blood from both of you so I can compare. I've already
We're
got her blood.
Sisters, you have so much family now.
There's no such thing as cards.
Okay, I think that
If you give me your blood,
sisters-
you could prove it to me.
Your Atwood name needs to be Kale.
The proof is going to be in your blood if you could just give me a little bit.
Or seaweed.
You already cut your hand.
What's a little bit?
And I'm going to pull out the one that she gave me, so it's, like like that much in the syringe. Like just
That bottle? You
no. So he pull out the other syringe and he's just got like this much in it. He's like just like that much. It's just a little bit. Look, the alternative here is I wait for the next time we get in a fight and something hits you, and then I harvest your blood.
I mean, that sounds fine to me.
I mean,
Okay, and so Killian's gonna put it back, and Killian's gonna reach for a dagger and be like, I mean, if you think that would be better, it's certainly more painful.
Calm yourself. This is not an urgent matter.
It is, though.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Why would I give you my blood? You don't even believe where I'm from or trust me. Why should
I trust you. I'm not sure. Elwick sounds like a place I'd have to see before I'd believe it. It is important for reasons I was going to get into later with everybody. Can I please have some of your blood? I will pay you for it.
Oh.
See,
Dun dun dun.
Feels like prostitution somehow.
we are sisters.
Please.
So I don't think I know how to do it, but if you can just suck it out of my cut.
Yeah, I can do that. And Killian will grab your hand and go in at the syringe and stick it in and extract some blood and pull it out, and then he'll heal your hand.
He's gonna heal my hand.
You wanted to do it yourself. Thank you.
Are you just throwing magic around you?
Who are we worried about seeing us out here? Tobago and the fish? The many, many fish he has caught?
Fish are bearers
Friends.
of our secret.
Not food.
What?
So
That's
we
why-
eat them?
That's why we throw the dead bodies
See,
into the water.
See, it's things like that that make me think Elwick is maybe not actually a real place.
Just because we
So-
have different.
It's not that you have different customs, it's that they sound hard to believe.
You have a man who turned into a flying lizard.
Yeah, and I wouldn't have believed him if I hadn't seen it.
So
I will take you to Elwick too.
my sisters.
Anyway.
I'm debating.
You don't want to be my sister?
You just said
And on that
you
note,
don't
I'm going
believe
back.
me. Was my blood glowing in there?
No.
Okay. Maybe it's you. Maybe it's you and your blood.
Did your hand glow?
You don't even believe me? You think I'm a liar?
No, I don't think you're a liar. I just think you might be misinformed.
About the place you live.
About your hometown.
It's a lot, which is why I am willing to go to Elwick to
Okay.
see it for myself.
Okay.
To see the home of my now sort of ancestors, I guess.
She's gonna be like, alright, time to go to Elwick, and then this UFO is gonna come down out of the sky.
It's Escape to Witch Mountain.
Maybe I make a little mini campaign of
Elwick.
Okay, to Elwick.
We're just gonna be wandering around.
Elwick is like Nirvana. It's a state of being.
No, oh my gosh,
We're like Legolas and Gimli at the end of Lord of the Rings.
Am I Legolas?
No. I get to be Orlando Bloom.
Awkward.
Anyway, so Killian's gonna come back now that he's collected his samples.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm done fishing. I got plenty.
Yeah, you've got plenty. So you guys
Thanks for
bundle
teaching
up
me.
all of the.
He's asking me about
Poser. So this is Jeff. This is my youngest brother. He's a temporary installment for a little while.
Hello.
love.
Hello, Governor.
Hello, puppet. Where's my phone? There.
Watch your favorites. Just don't move.
Ever.
All right, so you gather up all of the fishes and make your way back up to the shaggin.
Great. About how many do you think I have?
You
More than we need.
Probably.
We
can
can
try
pickle them.
Let's
I
No.
know several fish recipes.
Do not
2d8.
pickle fish.
2d8.
I'm
Let's
going
just
to
try
make
them.
pickle. I'm going to make
So
fish.
you've got at least.
I'm gonna make pickle rich.
Elwick
that's
is
eight.
the hub of fine
Altogether.
food.
So you've got so you've actually got 11.
Oh! Oh.
So it's that plus the 3.
Yeah, that's more than we
Okay.
need.
Well, I'm bringing all of it back.
Okay.
Who's hungry?
I immediately start to prep to cook one. I'm getting out the utensils and
Her fishing line.
What utensils specifically?
a pan,
Mhm.
a spatula,
Okay.
Paring knife.
oil,
That's what you're looking for. A paring knife.
a knife.
We don't know. Maybe she's gonna cook them with the scales on.
Actually, and you know what I do? You know what I do? I get the fish and I season it with whatever, and then I
You cut it open first, right?
cover it.
Nope.
I let all the entrails out, and then I cover it in mud, and I bake it into the fire.
Keith says we're watching her prepare fish.
Do I need to
Does this
start
look
with-
safe to eat?
Oh yeah. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not even sure if you can salvage it at this point.
It's a clay-baked fish. The clay hardens, it bakes it.
So mud
First of all,
is not
it's
clay.
salt that you usually use and not mud.
Oh, I've had that. That's good.
Okay, we're going back down. Everybody watch your feet. Nobody move. He's insistent.
Oh, he's done.
While they are preparing dinner, Killian's gonna go back to working on another project. He is making a large door.
Oh, you're not like putting our blood in some weird-
Centrifuge?
Yeah,
No,
centrifuge.
not right now.
So Keith, I
not gonna
put the
keep
fish in a leaf, and then I put the mud clay.
There you go.
Okay.
Okay.
That would be okay.
That is what I meant to do.
Retcon. Okay, that looks reasonable.
Yeah, so that looks reasonable.
She's like, I take fish, I take the entrails out, I throw it in mud. Done.
Dinner.
It's sushi.
Yum.
So Mal is basically hiding in the shaggin, just like drinking.
Was it that bad?
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
I thought you were over.
Like, how bad?
Real bad, especially because I don't think it was normal.
Define normal.
What?
Some dude ran into me with a box, and then suddenly
You think
glass broke, and then no, I think it was definitely magic.
Someone made you fall in love with the Fletcher?
Yeah,
It was so bad.
it was not my fault.
I mean, then it's not your fault.
I mean,
It
I'm
was
not.
magic.
I'm not saying that like.
Not my fault.
Look on the bright side, you never have to see her again.
Yeah, we're like leaving town now,
I
right?
feel like the awkward was
Well,
definitely
we've still got the garrison to deal with. Not like killing it,
Oh, I guess we're here
but
for
we
2 more
need
days.
to stay here. 2
Okay, if
days
there's
to see
anything
if
else
they
in
leave.
town, I will just watch the shaggin.
Some of us are gonna need to ride out. So we have a plan to deal with the other battalions that are coming.
Ooh. A catapult. Trebuchet.
No.
I don't think you know how to
Airborne
work.
poison.
Milo has helped create what appear to be imperial orders, recalling the battalions back to Costus. Milo will go in as pretending to be a courier and deliver these orders.
Wait, didn't the last group of soldiers we ran into recognize you?
I
though?
will be.
We're gonna disguise him. And it has to be him because his clothes can appear as anything we need them to, so we can make them appear as the
That's
correct
cool.
uniform. Some of us are going to need to go with him just to be around in case things go sideways.
I volunteer as tribute.
I mean, I'm happy to if you think that that's something that I would be good with.
If you're trying to remain undetected, I'd probably better stay.
That's
Fair
fair.
Now, Keith,
I'll
they
keep
were still like a
fishing.
week away, right?
Yeah.
Which brings me to my other point. So good news. We can get to your homeland pretty much whenever we want now. And Killian's going to pull out the key to anywhere and put it on the table.
Wait, did Mal see that?
No, it was in.
So
it
that
was-
is a key. Careful with it, please. You can touch it, just don't put it in any locks or doors.
Will it
So-
disappear?
Just decide.
Can I
That-
lick it?
If you want,
Wait, if she puts it in her mouth.
as long as her mouth is not considered a lock or a door, I think we're fine.
If you put it in your eyes, that's
So
the
this
doorway to
key-
your soul.
When you put it into a lock on a door, you can use it to open a portal through that door to any other door you have seen in your life.
Oh, I'll just take it like for the door.
So you can get to your, assuming you have doors,
Oh, of course.
you can get to your homeland as easily as walking through a door. Now, it can only be used this way once a day. When you use it, the doors will remain connected for 10 minutes or until the key is taken out of the lock on either, or put in and locked again on either side of the portal.
Okay. That does not give me a lot of time to prepare.
Why are we going to...
What do you need to?
Well, it can be whenever you
No,
want.
it's fine.
Because
It's
this
fine.
brings me to my other point, that with the plans for overthrowing an empire accelerating faster than I thought they would, there are some things I'm going to need to go back to the valley to take care of.
We're in the valley.
No, we're out of the valley.
We're out of the valley.
We're at the. Well, technically, we're at the entrance to the valley.
Yeah, like we're still in the valley. You're talking about going back
Saturday.
home.
Why don't you go back to Saturday?
Because he needs to get everyone ready.
Because we're going to need supplies, soldiers, and fortifications sooner than expected.
I mean, if the
And-
doorway only lasts 10 minutes, we can get a bunch of my folks through if they agree, but not everyone by any means.
No. So, what I'm thinking is, after we deal with these 2 battalions, you and everybody else can go through to your homeland. I will come with. I assume that you do not know of a door there big enough for my shaggin.
Not particularly locally, no.
Yeah. So we will use the door in the shaggin. We will all go through. The next day, I will come back to the shaggin. You can all stay there and take care of whatever needs to be taken care of. I will take the shaggin back to Setterton and get started on building fortifications. And then, if you need me, I will the next day. So day 1 we go. Day 2 I go back. Day 3 I will, or I guess, day 3 I will return the key to you. And then if
Stay
you
until
wind
day
up,
4.
and then if you wind up, well, it's open for 10 minutes, so I can just open a door, hand it to you. Then if you wind up needing me, you can message me using the necklaces. We will use the door in the shaggin as the go-to portal. That way, if you really need me, I can come through, but otherwise I can work on getting some of the stuff ready in the valley. Because I think I'm gonna need to be there to accelerate the pace at which it happens.
I mean, wasn't that the point of training all the people that we did so that they could kind of take over?
It was.
But the timetable has sped up too
Yeah,
much.
I think I'm going to need to be there to help augment.
Reality.
So, for example, we've got that tower thing that I can sort of just grow wherever we need it.
Yeah, the thing
You lived in it for like
from out in the woods.
4 months.
Cabbage, you didn't.
Oh no, you didn't.
She was downriver.
You were downriver. I can grow a tower and like a wall around it wherever we want it. Things like that, so that building fortifications doesn't take forever. Organizing things, getting people moving on that sort of stuff, marking out the locations. I wasn't too worried about it because I thought we were going to have, more time before the whole, hey, the Empire's coming apart at the seams and we're going to have to, actually maybe fight things. I thought that was going to last a whole lot longer. But it didn't.
No.
I mean, there's apparently support in town.
Yeah.
There was somebody preaching anti...
Oh, good.
Empire
Really?
dogma already.
Nice.
But so using the key, we can return as a group to resupply back at our, essentially our centralized storehouses and stuff in the valley whenever we need to.
How hard would it be to make more bags like that one?
More time than I have right now. I will be leaving that with you.
Okay, so the reason that I ask would be shipping in weapons and supplies through a doorway, which would be much harder in 10 minutes, unless we had a way to just...
That depends how big the doorway is.
Can you do that again?
Oh, sorry, Danny.
Oh, throw shit.
Sorry.
So, but this is a key we can use once a day?
Yeah, once a day you can open any door you find, you can put it into the door, turn it, and connect that door to any other door you've seen in your life.
Okay, another important question. What are the odds that we will also be bringing in spiders and or something else when we open a door?
That is possible. It would be up to you guys to determine when and where the best places to open said door is. That being said, I'm going to work on an idea for that, sort of have a door that's like the emergency door that is in a location where it's okay if we bring in other stuff and that has preparations around it to deal with any other unfriendlies that come through.
Well, I meant specifically like we're not bringing in things from somewhere else,
We're
not
not going to have
specifically
another
where the
phase
doors
spider
are.
incident.
I assume.
Don't know. Not my magic item. This is something we found in the same place we found those elven scrolls.
Strangely, that makes me feel a little better.
I'm a little hurt.
That was my point.
I mean, you are very capable. You are also very experimental. Theoretically, this was made by somebody not as experimental.
Still a little hurt. Anyway,
You live.
so that is the general plan. So you guys will be without the shaggin as you travel on foot places. But this way you guys can still go. I'm not sure how much help all of you would be going back and like doing logistics and helping plan fortifications.
I mean, that is something that I can help with, but
I'm
think
thinking
I need
you
it
would.
elsewhere.
Yeah, I think your skill sets are more valuable not doing that, and I think that my skill sets are going to be more valuable doing that. And then if you get into a bind or need reinforcements, or when I have supplies ready for you guys, we can arrange a rendezvous.
Gee. This one's gonna be dead.
Okay, well. So we need to ride out on your 2 horses.
Yeah, we're probably going to need to get some more horses or wait for the battalions to get closer. But
Because I suspect that the garrison that is currently here is going to have requisitioned everything from the town.
Probably.
And by requisitioned, I do mean stole.
probably. Anyway, so that's sort of the last, like, once we are sure that those battalions believed our orders and head back for Costas, because I don't think that Lamont Swells is ready to be dealing with a siege this quickly, then we can split up as needed.
Okay, so who is going to go deal with the
Also,
soldiers?
this is for you. Got that today.
What did you say?
Who is going to go deal with the soldiers? You. I'll tag along. Okay.
I will.
3 of us?
You
4?
think that it's wise?
If we want, I mean, most of us could go.
I think the courier system, though, will fall apart if there's a lot of us.
I don't think that most of us, other than
Doesn't
the
mean we have to
courier,
be
I don't
visible.
think we will be visible.
Yeah.
We just want to be there ready to intervene in case things don't
Yeah.
go right.
Wait, what are we doing with the soldiers?
So
We have fake
Milo
orders.
is going to go deliver fake orders to them, pretending to be a courier, and the orders say, hey, we need you to come back to the Imperial capital. So hopefully they'll turn around and go back home.
Ah, you want people in case there is not.
Right, I
In
want
case
people
they
in
don't
case
believe
they
it.
don't believe it, or in case they realize that this isn't a real courier or something like that, so that we can get Milo out of danger, and then we'll have to come up with another way to deal with him.
Yes. I am willing to go.
So, best case scenario, we don't actually have to do anything.
Me and my glowing blood.
Worst case
Excuse me,
scenario,
what?
Oh, we're sisters now.
they exchange
I don't
blood.
These
I
things
take back
don't-
my question. I'm sorry.
Yeah, those things don't actually make sense together or apart.
They exchanged blood, and her blood glowed, probably because she has god stuff in her blood.
God.
So we're.
It's ridiculous. I know.
So
Yeah.
I think that I'm a god now.
I don't
Pretty sure you
know
thought
if
that
that's
before.
quite how that works.
You're not wrong.
But
Okay.
Pirate god.
No such thing.
A god is a boy.
would I know what
Not yet.
paladin say?
Oh, excuse me.
What's
what
that?
did you just say?
Says
A god is a
gone to
boy.
ground and
That is
safe.
sexy.
Goddess.
To ground is like
She's
hiding.
Wrong,
Yeah,
technically. you
he's
would
in
be a
hiding and he's
goddess.
safe.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Gotcha.
then I'm a pirate goddess.
You
You're
know
a little
that.
small, so maybe you're a godlet.
Godling?
Ooh, those are a thing though.
I like godling better than godlet.
God-
Not if you've played or watched The Witcher.
Godlet.
Demigod.
A little
Elena.
fuzzy on what exactly that would entail. Anyway,
So we're the Greeks.
Wow.
so that's those were the plans I had, and that is why getting you blood samples was going to be important, because I potentially will not be directly with you guys here in the very short
Correct.
future.
I think I might need to make another quick run into town before we get any of this kicked off, just to warn Hobbs. That it based on this, it seems like.
What?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I got word from Akarai. She just turns bright red.
Aww.
He's not dead.
He is not dead. He is
That's-
on the run.
Oh,
Oh.
Should we use the door today then to go pick him up?
I sent him a message, waiting to hear back. We'd have to arrange. It'd have to be a door one of us knew, a door that he was at.
I
but we'll
can
have to arrange
facilitate a door
Um,
anywhere in Costas. for
That
the
would
most
require him to be in contact with us at the moment, and I got this message earlier, sent one, haven't gotten a response back, so.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I think that
Mhm.
Master Hobbs is under the impression that the
Yes.
Imperials were targeting just Rosk, and Akarai seems to be concerned otherwise.
Yeah, given the fact that he says he's on the run from the Imperials and his father, I'm a little unclear what's going on.
Mm.
Yeah, so I'm gonna. I need to make a quick run in to probably tell Hobbs. Just pass it along.
Yep.
But yeah, The
Wait, so he's
plan
on the
is-
run from his father too, not just because he is his father's son.
Yes,
His not father's
right.
son.
He said he was running and hiding from the Imperials and from his father,
which father?
Brosk.
I mean, clearly he's not on the run from whatever his name was back in town.
Tell. You're dead.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
Stephen, you're dead.
I don't know if that means that now he knows that Akarai is aware of the lineage or what, but I guess
Don't know.
we will do at least
Yep.
what we can with the information we've
I will try and see if he can make his way here, and that way we can. I think most of our people are going to need to start making their way here, so we can consolidate forces at this point.
Okay. Jeez. It's destroying things over there. Yeah, that makes sense. And at least most of Rosk's followers are already elsewhere.
Right.
So, okay. Yeah, all of these plans make sense to me. So I guess we start off with the courier.
Yeah, and it's we can choose to wait, we can choose to ride out towards them, however we want to facilitate that.
So are we just gonna hope that the garrison here leaves?
I mean, presumably we'll stick around the next 2 days to make sure that they actually do, but I can't imagine. Their captain did not seem inclined to stick around past those 2 days, at least till he gets more reinforcements. And hopefully the orders recalling people to the capital will deal with that.
Well, at least give us time. Oh?
Oh.
Oh, sorry.
That was
That was out
Jeff,
of
not
character.
Daniel.
No worries.
Before you go, is there anything you're going to be able to make for us before you go?
I don't know. That is an excellent question.
Because I know you've talked about giving us some enhanced weapons.
Yeah, that probably... Well, I'm thinking that I might be able to take some of the metal from that cadaver collector thing and melt that down and forge weapons. They won't be anything special, but they might be strong enough to be able to damage creatures like that. Any
call other ones?
Probably not.
Every single thing is suspect now.
I would, if you'd prefer, I cannot make them. As far as I know, I don't see any reason why that would call them, but...
The two big ones that need it now are these guys.
Yeah. And that would also depend on if you guys, like, if we all ride out to go deal with them, or if I stay here to work on stuff and you guys ride out. It just depends on what we're gonna...
Well, I would rather wait to see if the garrison here leaves before we...
I mean, I think that
Yeah, that's-
we should probably not let them meet up, though. So we need to get rid of the ones that are coming before these ones leave.
I agree.
Because if they meet up, then they have the story from here saying, oh yeah, they kicked us out.
True.
Fair enough. I know I keep nagging you about this, but how fast could you make me that scrying implement? How fast could you mirror the...
I don't know, Keith.
Wait, I mean, what exactly do you need done?
The skull needs to have a mirror put onto it, it needs to have something that can be essentially like a mirror for me to look at.
So, it needs, we could just take the mirror and,
melt it down?
Put it in the jaws, or, the skull itself needs to be mirrored?
The second one.
The second one.
I just dip it in some kind of metal.
I mean,
That's
not just any metal. We take silver and purify it, and then we mix it with the metal that's in the mirror that we bought, I think that would take care of it, right?
I don't know, Keith, how long does Killian think that would take?
I mean, the hardest part is going to be purifying the silver, because melting it down is not going to take too long. You could probably have it done in an afternoon.
Yeah, should be able to do that pretty easy.
Which is the rest of the day, I think.
It's pretty much the rest of the day.
So
Yeah.
I will use my shield one charge, and I will get back another spell slot. So I have... If we get the sending done by tonight, I can do two sending, two scrying. So.
You want to share with the class?
Nope.
No.
Do you guys want to share with the class?
I'm not eating Tic Tacs. Eating Tic Tacs.
So why are you not sharing with the class?
You guys want Tic Tacs?
Those do not look like
Anyway, it sounds like we do that,
Tic
Keith.
Okay. Anybody else have anything they want to do for the rest of the day?
I turn my fish.
I have another inspiration.
Right?
Uh,
I turned my fish.
I guess I will, as you're doing that, I'm just going to start talking to you about logistical stuff, what you recommend we should bring food-wise, just general stuff of just asking you to give us a rundown.
So basically, I'm gonna go through the stocks in the Shagan and pack up everything that is reasonable for you guys to carry or that might be useful and that I won't need, and I'll send it with you guys. So we have about 50 days worth of rations to divvy out amongst you guys, and
if you've got the bag of holding, you want to start taking note of what we got.
I'll just send you a list of
Okay.
I'll sort through all that and get it divvied out.
I do actually
And I can
have
also help
something
you
to ask
assist as you
of
as well.
Simi, maybe. I don't really want to go back to the library now. Could I ask you to, check out some books for me?
I need to go back anyway, so sure. What do you want?
Self-esteem for
The secret language of flowers.
Anything on like structuring a government. No! It wasn't my fault!
I'm sorry.
If it makes you feel any better, she said you just tried too hard, and that's the biggest problem.
I don't. No. That's fine. I don't.
I can also help you with that as well.
With. Nope.
With the structuring government.
Oh, right. But we're probably still doing that on a semi-regular basis. 'Cause he was having you and Mizu do that for him.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, if you wouldn't mind, like, getting a couple books for me, I don't think I can ever go back in that library again.
I mean, I don't know that she just hangs out there all the time. Okay, sure. Yeah. I'm happy to help.
Thank you.
I'm sorry for your strangeness.
Okay, it was weird. It was super weird.
It-
Not even really my type, and
What's your type?
I'm not. Nope. I cannot have this conversation right now.
That was Stephen.
Angry drinking.
That was water sucking. Yep. Yeah, I can. Since I have to go back anyway, I'll pick some things up for you.
Thanks.
I don't,
I'll have a short rest.
I don't know what to say to make her feel less weird.
Okay.
Just leave it alone.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go ahead and
Okay.
go back and see if I can.
So you're gonna go back in. Are you going solo?
Does anybody else have any business that they'd like to attend to?
Mel will not step back into this town.
I can watch the fish.
I don't have a reason to live in town.
Okay.
Well, is there a reason to stick together in town? Is there a danger still?
Not right
I don't
now
think
that we
so.
know of.
Unless the
Garrison tries
starts
to, yeah.
No,
rioting.
it's like that. Yeah, I will go with you.
Okay.
Wait, Dells is not going back into town?
I need to watch my fish.
I'm assuming we've eaten at this point.
It's been like overnight now, right?
Well, no,
No.
we're still.
No,
No.
it's towards. I mean,
It's like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock.
yeah. So it's
Okay.
right afternoon.
Oh.
For the rest of the day, things are happening at the Shaggin.
Okay. Yeah. Then yeah. I'll go.
Cool.
Are you going to town?
Well, I don't have to go to the brothel.
Wait,
What do you
why are you
want
going back
to?
to the brothel?
No, I was just saying I don't need to, but I'm assuming the Dells wants to.
Oh,
It wasn't an assumption, though, so.
No, it's only been a couple days.
You didn't say that last time, and it had been like 24 hours.
You young kids.
wait, how old are you?
I'm almost 1 year.
How old are you?
35,
Aren't
I
you
think is what you
your
said.
same age?
Um,
I think you said you were 36.
I'm pretty sure I'm just my same age. I'm a half elf, so I can look
You're
really
young.
great even though I'm older. I don't have the page that says.
I'm pretty sure you said you were
I'm
36.
pretty sure that I'm just my age, yeah.
One of those flavors
Yeah, a
tastes
couple
very
years
strongly of a medicine that I had to take as a
How-
child, and I did
Yeah.
not like it.
I think it's the green ones.
I think so, yeah. I don't know what it was for, but that's gross. Sorry. That was neither here nor there. Yeah, I'm gonna go.
Okay. So Simi's heading off by herself.
No, he's gonna go too.
Sorry.
I'm going-
Simi and
She's a
Tommy
bodyguard.
Yes.
head off.
It's not bodyguard. I'm just saying.
Head
taking
back into
numbers.
town
For each other's bodyguards.
and head to head to the cloister to talk to Master Hobbs.
I will inform him of what Acherid told me.
Okay.
And ask him if he knows anything about what's going on with Rosk right now. If he's got any more insights in why he would be hunting his own child.
So Rosk is an arrogant bastard. He's an
Yeah.
egomaniac and he has delusions of grandeur.
You are not telling me anything I do not already know.
He does care for the boy. If he's looking for him, I would assume that he wants him to be safe. He wants to be sure that he is safe. But that is a huge assumption on my part.
Well, you keep your lot safe, and if there are things
You keep
that-
yours safe.
Yeah, we will do our best. And hopefully there will be more people here soon to help in so doing. Any really, really great books on restructuring a government here?
There aren't many treatises on that particular subject.
not
Understandably.
Understandably.
Most of the ones I'm familiar with lay out the case for divine right.
Yeah, manifest destiny. Okay.
Ethical
about-
treatises.
Yeah. What about the restricted ones? Like, did I see any in there that would have involved?
Roll me your percentile dice.
Percentile?
Put that down if Philip's still around.
No, he's over here.
He's in his bag. That's not great. 45?
You haven't seen one, no.
So there's nothing in here for like how other people have done it, or you know, 'cause
Yeah, no.
the rest of the world doesn't exist and stuff.
Yeah, no.
Okay. Well, I tried. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I guess that's it on my part.
Okay. So the rest of the day passes. Simi and Tommy come back in from town. Killian has got the forge going and the crucible set up to melt down and purify the silver. Once all of the dross is taken off, you take the skull on your tongs and you sort of just basically electroplate it.
Yep.
Well, it's not electroplate, but you
Electrolysis.
yeah, the same idea. You drop it in, and then it takes on a coating of the silver, and then you set it up. Takes a little while to buff out, or to cool down, and then to buff out. But by the time you're done, it is a silvery, shined up skull.
One shiny skull, ready to go.
Okay.
Weird.
Not the weirdest thing.
No?
Nope.
Does anybody want to run drills? Anybody who will be coming home with me?
Drills?
Yep.
What do you mean?
He means drills, like what you do in the army.
Sure.
Oh,
I got
please tell me you're not whatever the military government word is.
Sorry, what?
Authoritarian.
Militia?
There's a.
We probably don't want to discuss the. Oh, actually, if you're coming with me.
Yeah, you do have to discuss it with everyone. Tell him about how you're a slave.
Pardon?
What?
Killian doesn't know that yet.
He does. Yeah, Killian was there for that.
Is that something I need to know?
Okay. So, the way that we handle, I've been informed that the way that we handle things at home is not acceptable to folks down here.
Okay.
I feel that.
Accurate. Not for the same reason.
Does Talbot know this?
I think it was only Simi that was there for that conversation. Simi and Killian.
I think it was just Simi, actually.
No, because Killian woke up in the middle of the night because he couldn't. He had to interject at some point because he was like, "I'm sorry."
Yeah,
What?
he was. Yeah, you were there listening to it. You weren't. To start off, it was just these two.
So, in order to provide protection, and I think based on some traditions that I am mostly unaware of, because they happened during they were created during the Dwarven Empire that has been gone for thousands of years. There is a system of slavery that is put in place to protect people. Now, the way slavery, I was told, may not be the right word. Closer to indentured servitude, but not that either.
Feudalism would be the closest way to describe what he means.
So, in a trial by combat, somebody can be taken a slave.
I take it you lost to a trial of combat.
Pretty much everyone does.
Okay.
See, what-
Does that mean there is a very powerful individual that you can't fight and or beat?
I don't know anymore, because I haven't been home in several years. Things change on a semi-regular basis. The idea, though, is that it is just a sort of rotating system of those who are powerful who then will take care of those who they own.
Okay.
The idea is that because you may not be strong enough in the future to win your fights, you take the best care of everyone you can. And this is sort of an extension of everyone's family because everyone is essentially owned by someone else.
It's real weird.
Why
Respectfully, that's the stupidest system I've ever heard of.
See, that was not... You just said two things, right? You said respectfully and then called it stupid. Those don't work together.
I don't really know another way to put that.
Then don't say respectfully.
So, but why do you feel like there needs to be ownership there? Like, why not just the strong people protect the other people? Or everybody just deals with things themselves?
Okay. So, why worship
I don't.
an empress who has told you that you can't have magical powers and has not really explained well why, using a system of government that is based on religion and then turn on your religion, not really work with your religion, murder your children. There's governments don't necessarily make sense.
No, strangely enough,
Unless
I
they are
understand
built-
and slightly respect how this works.
The idea is that there is a system of familiarity between everyone, and we keep safe from the various dangers outside of our homeland because everyone understands that everyone is under the same system.
But wouldn't it be really nice if you could do that without actually having to own people and just call it a community?
So, based on what Mal has described to me, I think the phrase ownership as it is used by his people does not have the same connotations it has with us. I think it would make more sense to think of it as sort of a lord and vassal relationship. So you've got someone who has lots of power, or who is very strong, and will use that strength and power to protect other people.
But what if they
But
don't?
in return, those people help support and do things for the really powerful person. And if you think you're strong enough to be that strong person, you can always challenge them.
Right.
I would assume if they choose not to use their power to do that, no, people stop serving them.
Well, they get challenged, and then they get put into a servitude type position themselves.
Yeah, like if you're not gonna use your power to protect the people you're supposed to protect, then those people stop listening to you.
But it is important that all of you understand that this is the terminology, whether or not it's the terminology that you would use. This is the terminology that I grew up with. It is what is prevalent there. And if we're trying to entreat them for help, it's best not to fight that system.
Okay.
Regardless of whether or not you agree with it, we are asking for soldiers to help free you from your evil mother and not mother.
So basically, we just have to ask whoever's happens to be in charge right now, and he'll send the people he owns, or she, to go fight our war.
Yep.
Well, worst case scenario,
Here it comes.
we have to challenge for the top spot.
We take over so that we own the people and then can have them come fight for us.
Now,
what
that is
he's
not
gonna-
necessarily what's going to happen, because hopefully they're willing to just help overturn this, because they are a vast threat to our people, and because we want to take back our heritage land that currently exists within what the Empress thinks of as her land.
Yeah, you're going to tell them that you've claimed the right of kingship over an empire that doesn't exist?
Not over an empire that doesn't exist, because the empire doesn't exist, but over the space in which the empire existed.
Right, nothing.
And yes, I do plan on informing them that that is the case.
Quick question. How far in elevation do you think of that sphere of control going?
How do you mean?
So I was looking at a map, and I think one of the better places to establish a sort of central fallback position, headquarters type place might be kind of right up above where we found an entrance to your dwarven city.
I mean, technically, the Empress claims that she owns that right now anyway.
Right, but are you going to feel like that's people moving in on, like, would you view the... You remember where they had the fake doors and there was,
Yeah.
like, would you consider that, like, within the scope of your dwarven empire?
I mean, probably yes, but I don't see any problem with people being there.
It's not the people so much as the fortification.
I mean, it's not a permanent thing. Unless you're planning on moving people there permanently, then it's a different discussion.
For a long... The structure will not be mobile, let me put it that way.
That's fine as long as it's understood that that is under dwarven control in the long run. I don't care.
Okay.
We have to win this war before that's even a question.
Yeah. Okay.
And odds are not currently with us on that. So,
Okay.
So we might have to fight somebody
Yes.
to get these people to come fight with us.
Bingo.
that is a possibility, yeah.
You could think of it as fighting someone to free them from ownership, because once you own them, you can release them, I suppose.
Right, but like,
Sort of.
I'm assuming that you are. Wait, does somebody own you?
Yeah.
Yep.
So you are gonna have to be the one who challenges.
Yep.
Maybe.
So I
Who
could
else did you
challenge
have in mind?
me, and
I
then
mean, if
can
one
own
of you wanted to try. Oh, yeah, I mean, you could try.
Who wants to spar?
But I'm saying that there will also be a level of respect. That's why I asked if everyone wants to do some drills. There will be some respect to be gained simply by conforming to the military attitudes that exist as a primary form of culture amongst my people.
I mean, I think I'm already got that down for the most part. So.
Really?
You do?
Yes.
How much military service have you put in?
Service? None.
We're talking about service, my friend, not
Flying through a giant
not-
flying lizard, so it's not like anyone's going to challenge that authority.
Anyway,
What was that look?
That's the look of a man who knows something you don't.
Yeah.
hopefully that won't come up.
I feel like this is something that you
So-
should have brought up a long time ago. Like when we decided that we were gonna do this.
Well, we thought we were going to have a lot more time before we got there.
Like
'cause-
months.
Yeah.
Months and months of time to discuss.
Also, he kind of did bring it up, sort of, with Simi, and I sort of listened in. But that was a while ago. They were talking one night.
On watch. Yeah.
Sorry, I wasn't mine to say anything.
So, curious question. Do you have to accept if you're challenged?
Or you forfeit. That was actually part of. None of you were in there, but he wasn't actually a dwarf, but the king that we dealt with down there refused my challenge and forfeited. Then we killed him, so he lost anyway, but...
So, like, if someone walked up to, like, Cabbage and was like, I challenge you for ownership of you...
I mean, probably won't happen. She's not a dwarf. But, in theory, yes.
So will we have to be a dwarf to do these challenges? If
No, I mean, but we don't get visitors very often, and for good reason.
So, can you challenge for like one person, or do you challenge and you just get everybody?
Yep.
That did not answer that question.
The latter of the two. So, those that they owned become your care, your responsibility.
Does anybody own just one person?
Likely, yeah. I don't know anyone specifically, but likely, yes.
So, like, who would own me?
You're not part of our society, so no one right now.
Right, but if I walk into your town...
No one unless you get challenged.
Yeah, we're still
And
not
any
part of the
and
community.
any of your people can challenge us for ownership.
And if we say
Yeah, like
no, then they just think
Wait.
they own us.
Essentially, yes, and they become responsible for you and your actions and for
Fascinating.
your well-being. I need a sugar daddy.
So, whoever owns you is doing a terrible job.
No, I had permission to leave.
You almost died so many times. They're not
Yeah,
taking
it makes a point.
But I'm not there. I asked for permission to leave.
Yeah, but you're
I'm
still
just saying,
their
they're not doing their
responsibility,
job.
right?
To a certain extent. I mean, there's a reasonable expectation of...
Who
feel
owns you?
my uncle.
You guys have a weird dynamic.
And what's his name?
That's what I said.
Very strange. Just tell me who I need to fight. I don't imagine dwarfs have seen a lot of Goliaths.
I mean, actually,
Lapatu.
they are probably more common than human folk in our regions.
So what I'm getting is, worst case scenario, one of you will send to me with your necklace, and I will put together all the tools and fun toys we have in the Shagan and come own you.
I'm real uncomfortable with that terminology.
I'm just preparing you for the culture you're about to be indoctrinated into.
I stop furiously scribbling my daydreams of this place and get my fish off the fire.
There's like a whole lot of BDSM in this.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's not that kind of relationship. I'm not
You don't know.
sure. Maybe for
You've
some
never
of them,
been there.
but I.
You've never been there.
Oh, that's a fair point. That's a fair point.
Okay.
It just didn't sound nearly as erotic when he
I
was
will
talking
have to
about it.
say, I would go and support you, but I will.
I mean, it
not
depends
be
on what
participating.
happens. 'Cause
So-
What if somebody walks up to you and challenges you?
I mean, to be fair,
I will end their
if they
life.
try and force you to do what they want, that would be when the rest of us come resolve that issue.
I don't think that's going to be a problem.
Probably not, but apparently
That's
it
good.
could.
It is really unlikely.
Just-
that would be
I mean,
particularly frowned on since you're outsiders.
Everyone has psychos.
This is
In
true.
which case there was going to be a psycho regardless, and it just happens to have an outlet in this form.
Do you ever
Makes
have
point.
people such as in this society where there's people who rebel against the highness lady? Do you have anyone who rebels in your society?
I mean, there's not that many of us. But yeah, I mean, you have people who try to challenge, but usually they get beaten down pretty quickly. It's
Well,
not
no,
a
I
big
mean
deal.
that would be working within the system. Is there people who just say no?
I mean, you could leave, or try to.
So is your uncle the head honcho, or is
No.
he just a branch of the tree?
He's lower down the tree.
Yeah, it's real weird. I mean, no offense.
So
It's just
you
real
like-
strange to me.
It is very different, yeah.
Married or something?
No.
Okay. I don't know.
Never mind.
How did...
I am just learning about your culture.
That would create some strange dynamics with different people owning different people and things like that, or at least what we would consider strange dynamics because it's a strange dynamic. But yeah,
Never saw
I
an
see
issue
the
with it, but-
connection.
What if?
Oh dear.
What if I was married to somebody
Uh-huh.
and we got into an argument and I went and challenged whoever owns my husband and I won?
Or depending on the circumstances, you could just challenge your husband directly.
All right, it's just all really
I think the rule of thumb to remember is might makes right. In this circumstance, if you are stronger, you get a
Might, not like might.
you get a might like strength.
Also not like might.
Cabbage is like, I've got a jar of mites. I'll open them.
It's the facial expression. This is perfect. Yeah, so drills, eh?
Might not be a bad idea.
I will not be doing that.
Okay.
I should point out, if anyone tries to take that bag, or any of said items in the bag, you can just inform them that you don't actually own them, and that they'll have to come deal with me to get that stuff.
Again, shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah, just cover
Property
your
of
bases.
someone who is owned is usually off limits, except in extenuating circumstances.
What's an extenuating circumstance?
Death.
Danger to themselves, death, danger to others, things like that.
Makes sense. It's like how we take alcohol away from Sini.
We need to take it away from him.
Yeah, we're getting there. You were drinking an awful lot after you botched your attempt at a date, friend.
And a lot before that, too.
Okay, a lot to me is very different than a lot to you.
You drove the wagon off the road into a ditch.
Yeah.
Extenuating circumstances.
I have not driven a wagon off the road into a ditch.
No, but you've driven yourself off into a ditch more than once. And it's the more than once thing that's kind of the sticking point there.
I really wish I could argue with that.
Anyway.
Do you smell burnt fish?
No, it's wrapped in clay.
Yeah, no.
It's wrapped in clay.
She pulled it off in a timely manner.
I pulled it up.
So
Gonna make a roll fried fish.
Fish mud pie.
I mean, he makes Brayden roll for all of his cooking.
yeah, make me if you are not proficient with any cooking implements, roll me a survival check.
Let me take a quick gander here. You know it does not say.
So just make a survival check.
I see my perfect survival.
Oh.
Oh, it's 0, so
That's
that's
unfortunate.
14.
I can't read that.
It's not bad. I mean, it's not great, but it's not
It's the
bad.
advantage
It's
of
good.
wants it to
It's
be.
better than the other things.
It's true. It's all blank.
Nice.
It would have been a little better if I'd had the Elvikian spices, but I did the best I could.
That actually looks much better than many things that I've had to eat in the past.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like decent fish.
Yeah. Well,
Oh, also probably worth. How waterproof are all of your boots?
Pretty
I can
Yeah.
magic mine to be water. No, actually, the clothes are just clothes. No.
We should probably. It's pretty swampy. It would be worth.
I thought it was in a mountain.
It is.
I'm a pirate.
Did anybody else follow the?
So you are okay having water in your boots?
Yes, my boots are waterproof.
Oh,
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
I was like,
just
just
saying.
Like, I'm a pirate.
I'm a barbarian.
it would be worth making
I
sure.
know.
Say what we are.
Gangrene happens sometimes if the swamp water sits in your boots
Yep.
too long. Seen that more than once.
I'll just go barefoot then.
Green?
Mm-hmm.
It's not pleasant. You don't want to deal with it.
Is it green?
It can
It
be.
can be.
Yeah, and when that gets in your foot, you lose the foot.
It's one of those dangerous things that could happen if, like you swap blood with people.
Well,
Since I'm waterproof now, my
You don't
boots-
want to.
Or wait, since I'm a pirate, my boots are waterproof.
No, but
I'm a pirate!
I can
I'm
help
sick.
waterproof you. Why aren't your boots waterproof if you're from a fishing village?
We
That's
go
a fair
barefoot
point.
so we can feel the mud and earth under our feet.
That makes a shocking amount of sense.
out of anything she said, yes.
No. Not really.
No, it doesn't.
That makes less sense, in fact.
No, I'm saying that of all of the reasons,
Okay, alright.
that one actually sounded logical.
Well, at least it follows.
I mean, if we
What
ignore
she's
everything
been
else
saying.
she's told us about how they fish in her village, yeah.
Yeah,
no,
no, I'm
actually,
just
it
going
makes,
off that.
it makes
Okay, yeah.
perfect sense.
Yeah.
Given that, yes.
So I can help you with your boots.
Okay.
I'll just buy some good long.
Oh, do you not
Waterproof
trust
boots.
We can,
cabbage
we
to
can get some of
make
those
your
in.
boots waterproof?
Well, I mean,
Why are you sowing seeds of dissent?
Coming from a farmer.
Well, on a different subject,
Thank you.
now that I can see anywhere in the world, any requests?
Oh.
So
Elwick?
many.
What are the tides like at Elwick?
is it?
I mean, technically I can.
How many
Look
times
on
a day
Elwick.
can you do this? There's a-
Twice.
That's not
But
wasted.
short, so it, so
Yeah,
let
best
me,
to wait until
hold on.
right
Actually,
at the end of the
let me
day.
do the math real quick.
2 plus
So-
1.
If I do it twice, and then I sleep for 8 hours, and then I do it twice.
I need a
did not-
short rest.
Oh, you just do it on the
So
short
So,
rest? Okay.
so every hour, if I sleep, I get 2 charges. So in theory, I can do it 24 times a day.
Like, all day, just go back to bed.
Yeah, I just saw
Roughly.
Keith over there be like,
Any requests?
So many.
Yes. Actually, is it?
Most of mine are
Can you look
probably not.
in on a person?
Yes.
Okay. The connections that I hope I still have in the capital that might be, excuse me,
I
useful for
can
them.
only look. I can't interact.
But you might get an idea of what is going on.
Fair
Whether they
enough.
are okay, whether they seem to be in cahoots with Rosk, or if they are something else.
So you just want me to look into Costas itself?
Into
or-
Costas at a specific person in the cloister, yes.
Who is? I have to know specifically who this person is.
Her name is Circene,
Circene.
and this is what
Let me
she
pull up my
looks
favorite
like.
spelling.
Alma's seen this face before.
Alma has seen this.
But he's dead.
before.
Yeah, he can't help.
Oh.
And this is what she looks like.
Oh, perfect. That helps so much.
It's convenient.
Hey!
I say that. Oh, picture. Okay. Okay. Do you want me? Am I good to do this with the first one? Okay.
nobody else thought of anything.
Okay.
Yes, I did.
Well, then you should
Elwick.
use your words.
No, because I know
I
that
do
everybody
wanna
else
look
is
at Elwick
more
at some
important
point.
and productive.
I want to know this place actually exists, and I want to know how terrifying it is to look at.
You are doing
So
scrum.
there are some
Yes,
other things
so-
that we were
I mean, if
looking
we
at,
look that
like
up and we discover it's like some
the
imperial
volcano,
training place,
Give me a
The-
second.
valuable to
the-
know that we know she's a spy.
capital.
What?
She's a spy.
I mean, if she is, she's the best one they have. No one would suspect her.
What?
Oh, we were saying we could scry Elwick, and Cabbage was saying that that's not very helpful, and I said it is, because if we scry Elwick, and it turns out Elwick is actually this, like, imperial training center, then we know she's a spy. And then Cabbage was like, I don't think she's a spy. And I was like, I mean, if she is, it's the best one they have, because no one would believe that she is a spy.
I would also like to see where
That is a
he's
fair
from.
point, but I don't think you're a spy.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Calm down. Calm down. This is.
Okay.
This isn't a perfect science for me.
Fabergé's doing. I want to know.
So,
so many things.
You sure you want to know what Fabergé
makes
is
a
doing?
wisdom saving throw.
Curious.
Are you?
She gets
I am
a
really
+3
You really want to see that?
as well because she gets a +5 because I've only heard of her, but I do have a picture which is a -2, so she gets a +3 as well as whatever wisdom is.
That's
So
weird.
I will place my hands upon the skull and close my eyes and
Confirmation.
concentrate.
To use magic to spy on a couple while they are enjoying
DC
intimate time with each other is creepy.
Is 18.
Checking on Fabergé.
Yeah. Who's with me?
Keith, you don't
Not
want to
necessary.
adopt. You
She
have,
is, though.
Like, 9
Wait,
children.
like we
Am
know.
I
So,
allowed to
like,
spend
they
my-
left together?
On yours or
Okay.
or you're only doing our
8
reroll?
children with me.
For this one, let's just make you go rerolls.
Except that you can't
I
count.
don't roll
Don't
for
forget,
it.
Philippe.
Right.
Believe.
Yeah. So first attempt, not
Yes, maybe it
happening.
is natural.
She after like 10 minutes, I come back. So not a perfect science. Not a perfect magic. Sorry, science.
It's okay.
Some people are able to slightly sense when they're being scryed on, and so they can slightly deflect. So your friend has very great will.
Some people have a greater will, exactly.
Your friend has a greater will. So, but I at least know that she is alive.
That's
You said places too, though, right?
Yes, places.
It might be worth looking in at what we might be walking into if we go back home.
yeah.
To your place.
Yep.
That's a good idea too.
No, I would.
Fabergé.
So, may I ponder upon what this place is called?
Yeah, you may. Think about it really hard.
I need to know so I can scry it.
Do 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 do
Mal's
do.
got
Oh,
a real bad memory.
Sorry, I cannot do that. The location I have seen before. I have not seen your hometown, so I cannot
Okay.
I
scry
have to
upon
know
that,
it.
and so I can't do we can't do Elwick either,
Dang it.
unless I extract
draw a
some
picture?
memory.
We have a vial of her blood now. Will that help?
If you could
It would
describe
if I need to scry on her.
You could describe a building well enough that we could draw it or something, maybe.
That
How-
I have seen with my own
How
eyes.
much does it help to have a vial of somebody's blood?
It is actually very easy for me to scry on them if I have like a body part, a lock of hair, a bit of nail, or the like. It
One
gives
sec.
them a minus
Oh,
10.
Killian's gonna get up and go walk over and start rifling through some of his cupboards and stuff.
Yeah. Who does he have?
I'm pretty sure I kept it in a jar back. Nope, behind that. Nope, back there.
Body parts in a jar back.
Are you at all surprised at this point?
Why am I traveling these?
And Killian's gonna come out with a jar and it has
We're
a
trying
rag
to
in
make
it.
your art legal.
He's gonna open this jar and pull out a rag.
Ooh.
So that's Lars's blood.
Oh.
Thank you.
Yup.
I don't
I
have
am-
access anymore.
You don't have a
I
access
changed
to the-
phones.
Oh. Okay.
Oh.
So all your notes on.
Oh.
It's in our messenger conversation. I just can't go that far back, apparently.
So, I will start. We good to do this?
Oh
See
yeah.
what Lars is. Okay.
I would
I
love
will
it.
drape the cloth over the skull and start.
So as you go to drape it, like the cloth
Oh,
is like
then I will just gently place
yeah,
it
like
into the
it's like
dragon's
dried
mouth.
together
I'll
because
just
we. This is
gently place it into the
when
dragon's
they
mouth.
got ambushed and I found a piece of his
Okay.
clothing.
I will.
Blossom.
Weird.
We are about to
This was a
scry on
good
Lars,
idea.
just so
Actually,
you are
it's for
aware
much of the
of
same
what we
reason.
asked.
Yep.
It was so that at any point I want to, I can task one of my hummingbirds to try and find him. But in order to do that, I have to have something to like get the scent off of. So
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not as thrilled about you having my blood.
Keith,
I want some of yours.
if Lars is still alive
okay,
at this point, I would like him to make a wisdom saving
Yeah,
throw
one sec.
with minus 15.
Whoa.
It is an 18 DC, so.
So while you're doing this, Killian goes and gets a syringe and starts extracting 2 vials of his own blood. And he's like, so there you go.
That's a weird ask, man.
They said it'd make them feel better if they had vials of my blood since I have vials of their
I
blood.
mean, at least now,
Okay.
if you vanish, he can figure out where you are.
So
You know,
it's a minus 15.
Yes.
For all of us.
That's
His
actually what I
total
was
roll
thinking.
then
It's
is a
like, I should
minus
get
1.
blood from all of you.
I'd be like,
After like 10 minutes, I go, here we go. And Inger will place his hand gently upon the skull, and all of you will be joining me upon this vision.
Magic!
Oh, sorry.
This isn't real.
As all of you will be joining me on this, because Inger
wasn't that
can
fish?
bring you along. As all of our consciousnesses leave the Shagan, rising up, and
I don't
like
do
a dragon
drugs.
flying, I suppose we feel our consciousnesses pulled south.
You do feel your consciousnesses,
Enlarges on the toilet.
your souls, part of your souls are pulled south. There is a sort of a squeezing down to just a very, very small spot that is clearly visible in front of you. Everything else sort of stretches. It's kind of like the Starline
Yep.
effect in Star Wars. And you're pulled through, and you pop out above a smoldering volcano. The caldera is just bubbling and roiling.
Is there something?
Would you like to look up pictures of volcanoes?
The caldera is smoldering and bubbling. There is smoke and ash and gases boiling up from it. You do see there is sort of a valley that leads off and snakes first south and then to the east. And then after a few miles, it turns back towards the north, gradually sloping downward as it leaves the mountain range. About halfway down the valley, there is a small town situated by the banks of a river. Your vision is pulled towards the base of the volcanic mountain, into a fairly wide lava tube that plunges deep underground. It snakes and twists and turns. You lose sort of sense of distance or depth until it spills out into a large cavern that is lit by a pillar of lava that is falling down from above, down into a lava lake. Your vision is pulled directly to Lars as he stands, arms tied, legs tied. He's just hanging in what would be the town square of a very small stone-built village. It is Elven.
Yes.
It is Elven, yes.
Elven. Ooh.
Do I see any doors, Keith? This is very important.
No.
I am looking furiously for doors.
Same.
There are doorways, but no
doors.
Fair enough. Doors would
Made of wood that would have rotted away forever.
I was just thinking it would be
I
real
don't
funny
know
if,
this.
tomorrow it's door opens, we run up, run through the door.
Right
How
up it says.
emaciated is my brother?
What?
He's looking very emaciated. He's very, he is not well. He is not in good condition. There are kobolds all over the place.
What color?
Red.
What do you think?
I had to check.
I'm assuming none of them are speaking Elven.
No. Looking out over the looking out over the lava lake, there is a large stone structure that has been built up. It's not really a house. It's not really a dwelling. It's a place of power, and it has two things on it. It has a massive stone throne, and sitting on that throne is a being whose shape sort of shifts as you look at it.
Like flame.
Very much like flame.
Yep.
And the kobolds are sort of bowing and making, giving deference to it as they approach, speak with it, and leave. Directly behind it, directly behind the throne, floating in midair, with the pillar of lava falling towards it and splitting around it, is a large ovoid shape that glows with the energies of fire.
That's what I think. That's what I thought. There it
That'd
is.
be it.
So if you look around, you do see little orbs as well. That's each of us just look like little orbs of light.
Huh.
We don't have any characteristics.
Keith.
So.
Does that throne and the place it's built upon, does that look as old as the Elven ruins?
No.
Okay.
It is relatively recent.
Okay.
Well, we know one thing.
What kind of stone is it made out of?
Ah, yes, the old alliance question.
Who built it?
Who built it?
Who built it and for what
was it
purpose?
So it looks like it's made of obsidian.
Of course.
Ooh.
Ah,
Ooh.
I know my
Don't trip.
Minecraft. They are.
So it looks like it's made out of obsidian. You're unfamiliar with the building style,
That's fair.
and but it does look as though it was built as a seat of power.
Ooh, Keith. Dells, as an artist, is taking extensive, mental notes
Okay.
to try to draw this later.
Okay.
You can have me roll for accuracy.
We've got about 10 minutes of doing this, so we just watch for 10 minutes before we bamf out. Does anything of note happen within that 10 minutes?
Nothing of note happens. No.
And after 10 minutes, we feel our souls and consciousness return back to our bodies.
So
Well,
That was enlightening.
Little cocky to build something out of stone.
Grab my paper and I have to start drawing.
I don't suppose any of you saw a door.
No.
no.
Okay.
Archways.
Man.
Were you guys hallucinating too?
that
Yes.
wasn't,
All of us were hallucinating together because magic isn't real.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure.
Nor
that
are
was
gods.
So could you
No.
scry on that village that we saw in passing now that you've seen it?
That one? Yes.
The one at the base of the... Good. I'm sure they have doors there.
I'm sure they do.
So
Make
I
some
need
maps
to.
of what I know.
I need to. So does everybody else kind of get the sense that that thing isn't shackled? It is not bound there.
What are you talking about?
So we are going to need to bring the other ones
Yeah.
with us to
We
deal with
knew that there was one of them that did not want to leave, and that's...
Because I think that is beyond our power.
I mean, one of us would have to bind with it.
Do you have any idea how your mother bound the one that she has?
Not happily.
No idea. But if
It
I
is
have
entirely
my
possible if we could get the other three there, that they could
Just subdue
force it. Yeah.
Yeah. So that pushes that further down our list now, right? Because we're gonna have to have.
I mean, look,
Help.
it already got pushed down past the overthrow the empire and deal with the empress part of things, so...
Okay.
Lost doesn't need to be alive, does he? Like, we don't actually need him to live for anything, do we?
no,
It's nice to
Not
have him alive so we can
necessarily,
scry on him.
It's
That's
just
true.
convenient until he's dead.
So to catch you up, the egg thing, piece of a god in there.
Not from here. Not one of
God
our
from
gods.
somewhere else.
You know the lizard thing I can turn into? It has a small version of that, and that thing can be 10 times bigger than what I can turn into.
Yeah. So, like, by their powers combined, all of these different, they are Captain Planet. All of, if you put them all together, I guess there is the restoration of. I don't quite know how this is
It's
going.
the weirdest puzzle in the universe.
Okay,
Yes.
additionally, let's do some math. So, if that is 1/4 of 1/2 of their god's total powers.
Eight, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do that.
So then we
Failed
need.
math in high school.
So we would need, of our 9, at least like 2 of ours to subdue that thing, probably. If we could convince them.
Okay, this is all assuming something that I have not been able to get a straight answer out of them about. And that is whether the powers between gods are evenly divided or if they wax and wane with
Yeah, like
their
there's less
portfolio.
civilization, therefore there's less power. I get that, but also balance is gone. So I'm assuming that they're not all on equal footing, but I'm talking like their gods versus our gods. Like they have 2 gods that hold all the power, we have 9 gods that hold all of their power. So we would at least, if we were going to have our gods deal with that thing, at least 2 of them in tandem.
We can't anyway. The gods of our world cannot see or sense any of that stuff.
Right.
It is invisible to them.
But not recently.
Tobacco. What do you think weighs more, sunlight or moonbeams?
I don't know how to answer that.
Sunlight.
Uh,
Actually, I take that back. It's going to be the
they're
same.
the same because it's all light from one place.
I'm mocking your God conversation because.
Not very well, because
Look,
your analogy doesn't work.
You're just bitter that nobody here at this table actually believes that the place you're from is real because you just spout nonsense about it.
I believe you.
We're gonna respect his slave trade world, but not the fishing village?
Yeah, because his story is internally consistent and not outlandish.
I've seen a lot of weird things. I believe you, but it sounds terrifying.
All right,
You
look.
also
I do think it's
Look.
outlandish, but I believe it.
I mean, it's not a great idea, but
I
like...
admit, I lied
It
about
works
Perch
under a small
pulling
group. It would not work
the
as
canoes.
a large empire. Like that system is getting thrown out.
but just that.
Sister.
That is a good power to have. We're waiting 2 days for the garrison to leave, and then what's our plan?
Well, we're not waiting 2 days. We're gonna go deal with the people coming in first. Then we need to wait the 2 days. So once they are on their way out, we wait the 2 days or not. I don't think we actually have to all be here if we can just travel back at a drop of a hat.
As long as you
tomorrow.
have a door.
Yeah. But we have a door in the Shagan. So what I'm saying is, I don't know that it actually matters if we wait 2 days, if we can just come back anyway. If they've decided not to leave.
So, how are you getting to?
He's
where
going to
these-
use the door in the Shagan to get to a door in Lamont's Wells.
Okay.
Is how that
What?
would work.
What?
And then we're going to go right out to find the...
No, I'm saying like we ride out to deal with the other soldiers that are incoming, and then I don't see a reason that we have to wait.
So they're about a week off.
Yeah, I don't see a reason that we would have to wait past that.
So at a minimum,
Yeah, you're looking like a week back and forth.
right?
Yeah, so well, maybe not because they're marching versus riding, but that's sort of beside the point anyway. Because I'm saying we go out, we deal with them, and then we're not waiting 2 days. Like the garrison here will not be a priority.
Oh,
at
yeah,
that
yeah,
point.
yeah, yeah. I get you. Okay.
Yeah, that's all I was saying. It's like
By
I
the
don't
time
see a
we deal with
reason-
them, the garrison here should leave.
should be gone, and if not, then we go back to a door we know here, Or we could just check in while we're writing out since it's a week out anyway.
Okay.
At about that point, I am quickly going to stand up and quickly exit the Shaggin.
Okay.
Milo.
He has to pee. Give him.
Yeah, let's say.
And we're gonna leave it there to figure out what happens next time. So that's been our that's been us playing D&D. Some interesting stuff happening. No fights necessarily, but that's okay too. This is a big group. We don't always have fights. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys enjoyed the storytelling. That's our big thing for it. We will be back next week. We play on Tuesday nights, 6:30 Mountain Time. I will leave it up to you guys to figure out when that is in your own particular time zones. But if you enjoyed what we did tonight, you can always go to our YouTube channel, check out all of our back episodes and the catalog of stuff that we have done since we started streaming. There's a lot of it there. Good on you if you slog through it all. We typically try to do a recap in the first about 5 to 10 minutes. Some of them are longer than others. Kind of depends on who's doing the recap. But that's a good way to do it quickly if you don't have time to watch everything. We do also run a Discord server where we keep you guys abreast of any changes to our regular schedule that may come up. We are all people with real lives. Sometimes stuff happens and sometimes we are just not able to keep to our regular schedule. If something like that comes up and we have to change things, we do let you guys know by Discord. So be sure that you are tuned into that and you will always know what's going on. I guess I'll go ahead and do a shout out for Wyvern Warfare. They do these kind of things, resin and burl wood, dice trays, really, really nice. Thank you, Braden, for that lovely gift for absolutely no reason at all. But they're a local Utah-based company. They make those kinds of things. They've got some other stuff on their website that's really cool. Go check them out. Super, super nice. We're not sponsored or anything. We just want to lift them up, and we're fans, so we figured we'd give them a little bit of a boost, as much of a boost as we can. Hope you guys had a good time. Hope you'll be back next week. Until then, remember...
Grab your bats and grab your balls!
That was loud.
I never know what I'm going to get with those guys. And if all you have is a hammer, everything looks like a glass house. Good night, everybody.
Night.
Bye.